just being weird in the camera, man. What's up?
Yo, thanks to what's that guy's name again who made our intro?
It's Duncan McLeod.
There can be only one.
No, apparently there's two, and it's Kevin McLeod.
Oh, thanks, Kevin McLeod.
Yes.
What did I tell you? What the difference is between a Scotsman and Keith Richards, or not Keith Richards? What's his name? The other guy, Mick Jagger.
Oh, what?
Mick Jagger says, "Hey, you, get off of my cloud," and a Scotsman says, "Hey, McLeod, get off of my you."
Oh boy,
that's fucked up. Anyway, welcome to the show, everybody. This is all you're gonna get. This is no better, probably worse, but no better. Oh fuck! What did I do? Where did? Okay. Anyway.
Well, I don't know if anybody's gonna be getting anything if they can't search us, Frank.
Yeah, I get it. I need to get my ass up and make some tags.
I don't know if we mentioned on the show, but Nate's cousin or whatever started listening to the show too, and she suggested, "Oh, hey, you guys should put some tags on there to search the show." And I'm like, "Well, that's interesting. You should say that because the
one assignment you gave Franklin, and I'm gonna tell you what they tell ladies. Hey, look, when a guy says he'll do something, he'll do it. There's no need to remind him every 6 months or so about it, all right?"
Right.
But plus, I thought I'd have another day to do it because I figured you'd be out there trying to get some trim. If those are unaware, the show really depends on whether or not Ian gets a date. So...
Right.
Since he's dateless tonight, he's on the show with us. Apparently, my brother's not dateless, so he's doing better than Ian for once. Maybe he stole your date, Ian.
Yeah.
Shit.
Well, I have a potential date tomorrow. I'll have to see how that goes tomorrow. That's why I left it, leaving it open, you know.
Where'd you meet her at? Black People Meet?
No, I actually got to think which of the, because I'm talking to a few different girls from different apps, so I think the app is Plenty of Fish.
Oh no, you don't have to. You don't have to lie. It's farmers only.
Yeah. Well, I have.
Those of you who don't know, Ian is a black cowboy, so he can be on Black People Meet and Farmers Only. You don't have to be lonely.
Did you ever go on a dating app or anything?
I told you I met my wife on Match.
You did tell me? Oh, man.
Yeah.
That's cool.
You just don't listen.
I listen, I just don't retain.
Yeah. That's not pertinent to my fucking needs. I don't give a shit.
I can't
buy it or fuck it. I don't care. So
did you have to pay for that though? Because Match is you got to pay for Match?
You can get on Match for free and look at people's profiles and stuff, and then if you find someone you like, you can wink at them. But to have them send you a message or you send them a message,
right? It's like that's how Tinder is.
Yeah, you have to pay, but you can either do like a month or multiple months for like, you know, a bundled amount. I only did the 1 month because literally I only had the money for that 1 month, and that was bad because it was $20, but I needed that $20, dude. If it hadn't been to meet my soulmate, that would have been a waste of fucking money. If I had gone there and just met some other chick, it would have been horrible. I couldn't.
I guess it's the best. It's the best $20 you spent then.
Oh yes. Yes, because I couldn't afford my place. I couldn't afford my bills. I had credit card bills out the ass, and every stupid girl I took out was like, "Well, we gotta go here." The one heifer I was seeing, kinda, she worked at a restaurant. All her girlfriends worked at said restaurant. You better tip my friend really well, bitch. I don't know your fucking friend. I can't afford our
Half,
food. So I was like broke,
heifer.
and my wife, when we started dating, she would fight me for the bill, and I said she's a keeper, and
Yeah.
we got serious, and she cleared my debt up right the fuck away to where I'm. That's why now when I spend money on anything, it's got to be like Christmas money that I've got saved up in a little jar somewhere, because
Right.
I don't want to go back in fucking debt. Getting those phone calls in the middle of the day. Oh, Mr. Thompson, you owe us this much money. We'll just shut it off.
Right.
And even if you paid bills when you owe bills, they go, okay, Mr. Thompson, it'll be another 6 months before this message gets relayed to the next person, so you'll still get calls 3 times a fucking day. Oh, Jesus. So you'd hang up and literally like a half hour later, hey, Mr. Thompson, are you going to pay your bill? I paid the bill. Are you sure? My records don't show that. No, they said it would take a while, but well, my records don't show it. You want to pay over the phone? No. It'll be extra, but if you pay over the phone, it'll be done today. I already paid the fucking bill. Yeah. The struggles of a poor man. When I was unemployed, I watched a lot of daytime TV. Daytime TV is just for sad, depressing shit that's like all the commercials. Do you have debt collectors calling you? Yes, I'm trying to escape. Let me watch Judge Mathis, goddammit.
Well,
Yeah.
it's funny, like what is you were saying heifer, that made me think about like watching older Howard Stern shows. Like he doesn't do it anymore nowadays, but like he used to, and a lot of people did back in the day, would just call women broads. He's like, yeah, check out that broad.
Yeah.
But
My
yeah,
wife will call girls chick. Look at this chick. What? Oh, yeah, yeah.
yes. So pretty much back in the day, you wouldn't have.
Well, he's from the East Coast too, right? New York.
Yeah, yeah,
They're more like, look at these broads over here. They still down the Jersey Shore, don't they?
yeah, probably.
Oh, you watch that show? Don't lie. You like you some Snooki.
Jay, wow.
Jay, wow.
Jay,
Apparently she's educated, I guess.
well, a lot of these women try to do like all this stuff on the side and try to seem like they're like doing
No,
something good or something, you know.
no, she has like a degree and shit. I don't know what the
I
hell
mean,
she's.
that's cool.
I mean, she made money, so I can't knock it, I guess. Um,
But no, like back in the day, if you were, would you say to yourself now, if like the past you saw that you spent like almost $200 on a keyboard?
Here he goes with this again. $149.99 is not $200 again. Oh no, I was spent. That's how Ian. That's how you get into debt. You spend money like you have it.
Right.
I had credit cards maxed the fuck out. I was shopping at Nordstrom's and shit for my ex girlfriend because I thought that would make her love me as I bought her expensive shit. So yeah, I'll be like, well, yeah, you totally blew money on that, right? And it didn't fucking work. I had an iMac, I had a Dell, I had shit and debt. So
Yeah.
I buy things because Ian, look, how can you not like that?
Do you keep that just like you don't keep it on a solid color at all?
Well, no, this is the default setting.
uh, you haven't played around with the profiles at all or anything?
No. No, it's just enough that it works. No, whoops, shit, I fucked that up. Okay, no, I got it, and then I messed up my motherboard, so I didn't pay attention. I said I'll mess with it because I kept having to take my computer down off the. It's on a shelf behind my monitor. I had to take it down and put it on my desk next to the keyboard, so it was just enough that the thing fucking worked. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Also, when I had the case open, my keyboard flashes between the colors. My mouse flashes between the colors, and excuse me, my motherboard flashed between colors. So it was cool to see it do the same thing all the way across the thing. I don't know if you saw that video. I panned across all the devices and had them flashing. But anyway,
are they all Razer? Because I know
no.
with Razer, Linus was talking about like you can have, if the Razer, you could like have them like hooked up or something together, so you could have them in control of the different zones.
Well, the thing is, you have software to control whatever it does. My keyboard is a Corsair, my mouse is Logitech, and then my motherboard is just Asus.
Right.
They each have their own software for it. My mouse, actually, the software for it stores it locally on the mouse. So if I took this mouse and went to LAN or something, I could save my RGB profile and it would recognize it. But no, I have the software to change them all. I just put them all on the default Pulse or Flash or whatever the hell it's called, and that seems to work pretty good. I'm sure I'll go on to the Corsair website and the forums and go through all the different ones. It's just I wanted it. And because this is the Quickfire, I think it's called Quickfire, whatever, the newest keyboard from Corsair with the speed switches. That's right, the MX speed switches. They're supposed to be 40% faster because you don't have to push it down as far to activate it. They only come in the newer keyboard. I don't remember if they come in non-RGB or not. Anyway,
the question though is Frank bold enough to go for that RGB RAM? He's gonna go all the way.
No. Well, you wouldn't see my RAM even if I had the side of my case off. You wouldn't see it because my heatsink is so fucking big.
Right.
I got that huge ass heatsink and I got dual fans on it.
I think I heard something like they're doing like RGB coolers now.
Yeah, if they could put a light in it, they'll put a fucking light in it. They already make the motherboard, even if it doesn't have RGB built in, they'll have a plug where all you do is plug the light strip into it. Did you see? You watch Paul's Hardware on YouTube?
No, ever since he left the Newegg channel, like I kind of forgot about him. You know.
Well, that's like what's his name, Linus, when he did NCX. But no, like Paul's Hardware, he does. He had a video recently I watched called "The Problem with RGB LED," and I started watching it, but then I realized it was like a half-hour video, and I said I'm not that interested because he explains he has a RGB W, which is like red, blue, green, or red, green, blue, and actual white. So there's another one just for white.
Yeah, that's
the 4-pin.
That's what mine are, because you could whoops. Because that's controlling the sound effects and the lights, but
right.
No, you could have it on the white on there too, and then
he said usually with RGB, white is kind of a blue tint, but with the W, it's actually white.
Right. Yeah, I noticed that. Like if you put, let me see if I put this on the white setting. Yeah, look how blue that is. But
yeah,
I got the white. It's
a cool white.
Yeah, but actually I I have the RGB WW, which is the warm light, so the cool and the warm sort of like balance each other out.
Gotcha.
But yes, see how
Once again, Ian is all about the LEDs. When I built my box, cool. I decided I wanted just a plain box I wasn't going to do a bunch of flashy RGB. And then the reason I went with my mouse is because I wanted to have a lot of buttons because I'm a gamer and then I edit stuff, so I would like to be able to put shortcut and hotkey buttons on stuff. So my mouse has all the side buttons and shit. And then my keyboard, when I was like, I want a mechanical keyboard, and I was like, well, I might as well get the one that's newest because it's fast. And then I wanted one with the scroll wheel for the volume. And I said, fuck it, I'll get RGB because it does that too.
Right. Yeah, I heard they make these adapters that are made for, like the Wi-Fi or whatever, but they actually have 5 pins ones that are the RGBW, and then it has a cool white and a warm light, so you can gradually mix the color temperatures and stuff. And I'll try looking for different strips and stuff, and they really don't make those kind of strips. I guess they're just like they're sort of future proofing it. I guess the Wi-Fi adapter. I think you could buy some. The only strip I saw that could kind of do that was it was like one of those Hue, the Philips Hue.
Oh.
And those are like really expensive. So I'm like, well, that'd be something cool to think about in the future, maybe. I don't know.
So, is it time for the news, Ian?
Well, did you sort of talk about what you're up to? I mean, we were just sort of bullshitted. I mean, were you up to anything new?
Well, mostly I've just been working and going to I had a rheumatologist appointment recently, and gonna try some new medication, see if that helps my joint pain. It's a bitch living in Ohio in the wintertime. Luckily, it's not snowing.
Right.
So, but
bitter. It's cold as fuck outside, though.
It's cold. It's been rainy, but I'm not gonna complain because I don't got to shovel rain. So,
right, that's true.
Yeah. So that rain dries right the fuck up.
Yeah.
Worst it can do is it freezes, and then you sprinkle some salt, and it goes the fuck away. How about you, Ian? What have you been up to?
Well, yeah, I'll show you. I've been working on my list because I have to go back and back up. I want to back up all my settings and files and stuff before I reinstall my computer. And if you look on the screen share here, I made a list of the softwares and then with the corresponding website. And what's nice is you could click on the links here. So like if I want to go and download the install for it for when I go to reinstall it, I have all the latest things for
That's right. I forgot you're gonna migrate to a new drive, huh?
Yeah, SSD then.
Well, I mean, when I switched to my new hard drive, it booted from it fine and it recognized it. My only thing was what is it called? Your activation in the older versions is tied to your motherboard. Windows 10, if you sign into the Microsoft account, it recognizes your device. I don't know. You're going from what, 8?
I'm going from
8.1.
No, I'm going from 7 and just reinstalling 7, and then when I get an update. When I decided to update to 10, then I'll just get the update for 10.
Okay. Yeah, I don't remember how you what you actually have
CDs and everything for it.
Oh, you have all your keys and
Yeah,
discs. Okay.
yeah.
I mean, it's not that hard once you get around to it. The hardest part is making sure everything is works.
In, in fact, I think I even have the receipt still like in the Microsoft case.
Oh, why aren't you fancy pants?
Well, yeah, I spent.
Fancy.
I mean, you could call me dumb or whatever, but I mean, I spent the full $300 for the professional version at the Best Buy because I wanted to make sure that for an OS, that's the main thing everything's sitting on. So I'm like, I want to make sure that that's solid at least.
Yeah.
I don't pay for anything else. So I mean, what the fuck?
Oh, I have the receipt for my damn phone that's not even paid off yet, just because I was so freaking out that like weren't gonna oh, you didn't order any fucking thing. Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Anyway,
But
no, that's always good to keep your receipts.
yeah. I don't keep that many receipts, but for like the really important stuff, I'll keep the receipts in the boxes just in case for a while.
I have. Right, you might have to. I think I still have the box my iMac came in, because every time I had to take it to the Apple store, I'd put it in the box because the styrofoam would hold it and it had a handle.
Right.
It's easier than just carrying this fucking monitor thing around.
Yeah.
But then I got all these goddamn boxes. Everyone on like battle stations, they're like, okay, why do you still got all the boxes for your shit sitting by your computer? That looks tacky. Mine's all in the case box, and then I'm gonna put that somewhere else because it does look stupid.
Hey, some people make the box into like a monitor stand or something to raise the monitor up.
Do what?
Like if you need to raise your monitor up a little bit higher, some people will put it on the box. I
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's functional.
I have an Amazon box holding up one of my monitors right now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get rid of this monitor eventually. That's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
Going.
Yeah, I really haven't been up to much else. Just been working on the more LED projects. I just went to Lowe's today. I picked up a new soldering iron and some heat shrinking and stuff for the wiring.
I'll stab you in the face with a soldering iron.
Ew. That thing gets some 90 degrees, I guess.
What was it, Joe Dirt?
Oh, yeah.
The guy all wrong. It's the wrong tone. Do it again. I'll stick you in the face with a soldering iron.
Or you get somebody in the face with the torches everyone's using for those red hot knife through everything. Did you get into that fix?
No.
Watching that on YouTube.
It's almost like if you watch Instagram at all, it's like what they call the oddly satisfying, and it's just like they'll make a jar of like slime and they'll poke at it and they'll squeeze it and then they'll cut it with a knife. People just sit and watch that.
Yeah,
so it's kind of like along those lines.
I never got into like the whole slime thing when I was a kid with like all the gack and stuff. Like I was just thought that was sort of gross, like.
Well, like the one I saw a video, they had a thing of slime, and then they had a thing of those like pony beads that like kids make and ravers make necklaces out of.
Yeah.
They took a thing of slime and they just dumped a bunch of beads in it, and mixed it up, and showed it to the camera. That was it.
That's weird. But yeah, like I think it's kind of gross when they're like using the hot knife to cut through like plastic things or weird things because it like burns it. It sort of looks gross because it's all like liquefied and like burn and shit.
Did you see that guy who has he's been sticking batteries in a shredder? And
no, I haven't heard about that.
Oh yeah, he took one of those 1,000-degree knives or whatever, the knives glowing red, and he threw that in the shredder, and it stopped it. It's like an industrial shredder.
Nice.
They They had to take it apart and like rebuild it because it completely froze the fuck up. So
Yeah.
anyway,
That does remind me. That's one thing I wanted to talk about because Nate's, he's still holding out the 3D print a lot of stuff because he's trying to find a good shredder that will shred like the plastic stuff up and it will extrude out the liquid plastic into a filament so he can make his own 3D printing filament. And I was gonna tell him like I don't know. Did you hear about Barnacle? Now he's like he was saying bad things. Now I was telling my dad about it too about the Robo 3D printer. I watched their tech talk with him and Jay, and he mentioned something about the Robo 3D now is trash when he was a big fan of it. I remember before 3D printing stuff. I know he has multiple 3D printers, but I thought he at least had some respect for it. But I don't know. He was talking something
about that. Here's that guy who did the shredded put batteries in the shredder.
Cool.
So you can check that out a little later.
Thanks.
But
yeah, he mentioned something like because I guess he was going to review some products or some printers from them, and he said he like returned all the printers and he's not doing business with Robo anymore. So I think maybe he had a falling out with the company or some support or something happened with his review models, and he's like they're all these printers are trash.
Wow. Maybe a bad customer service experience or something.
Yeah, I have to check. Does he do a separate vlogging channel? Maybe he mentions more on his another channel because I know Jay does a separate vlogging channel.
I don't know. I didn't realize till recently he did a damn he did a car channel. It's like mother automotive channel. It's like, oh, I gotta check it out, and it's like 2 videos.
Yeah.
So,
he's got he just bought a $10,000 camera now or something.
Hey, I don't know what he's doing. He's doing okay, I guess.
He's doing what Jerry was talking about. Yeah, he's doing really, really good because he's got a lot of money now, and he's got a new house. He's getting a new studio, like I mentioned, and he's got more subscribers now, I think, than Jerry does. But I mean, to be fair though, Jerry hasn't really been doing much lately, and he's even said that he's in a slump right now or something. But hey, whatever, man. That sucks. I mean, I could understand if it's depression and stuff. If he's, that stuff can be debilitating.
Right. He's got gout. Jerry does.
Yeah.
Just like me.
Yeah, but it's got to be better than you.
Right? Yeah. Yeah.
Has anybody died from gout?
No, I don't think. I don't think so.
Frank's not yet.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It just really sucks. You wish you were dead. Like I said, I read a guy had a flare-up for a month straight, and they had him on suicide watch.
Oh, God.
Well, think about it. You're walking around, and you feel like your joints have glass in them.
Yeah.
And it hurts to lay in bed and put a sheet over your joint. I mean, it's fucking horrible. I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. And I got some people I hate.
It's I need some joints for my joints.
Yeah, no, that probably wouldn't do anything. It's just everything's swollen, throbbing, and hurts. And if the weather changes, sucks. I'm like an old man rubbing my fucking knee. Oh, there's a storm coming, I can tell. And then the next day, everyone's like, wow, he could tell.
Well, this whole winter has been a fucking roller coaster, man. It's been bad for
Yeah.
ice fishing. I know that
Yeah.
because my dad tries to go ice fishing and stuff, and
Are
water's
you
frozen,
serious?
then unfrozen. You know.
That's hilarious.
Well, he's big into the fishing and stuff. Him and my brother.
So,
Yeah,
anyway,
yeah, we could get into the news because apparently
I have a
both of
billion
us have a
stories.
lot. Yeah, me too.
I'm not sure if I'm gonna give you all mine, but I have 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. I got like 9.
Yeah, I got like 7.
So, yeah.
Probably have a couple overlap articles there, maybe. You know, which
Yeah.
yeah, might as well copy and paste mine into the chat then, so both of us could click on it.
Click, 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 click.
But yeah, let's do it. Extreme.
Got the theme?
Yes. No,
That's the theme of the show.
yeah.
The news within. It not been because he's out getting a date on.
Yeah.
At least he said.
It's like, man, it's like, so Ben, you're going out with 5 people, huh? 5 friends.
Pamela Henderson. All right, what's this top story you got, Ian?
Okay, you might have heard about this. This is getting some hot press right now. New GameStop program leads employees to lie to customers.
I think I saw the No video about this, but I didn't click on it.
Yeah, they talked about it. Yeah, it says, have you gone to GameStop over the last few months and tried to buy a new game? Have they told you that it's not in stock? They may simply be lying to you. Fueled by a new program that discourages GameStop salespeople from selling unopened copies of video games, so pretty much new games. Yeah.
That's the stupidest fucking thing I ever heard.
The program called Circle of Life gives each GameStop store different percentage quotas for 1, pre-orders, 2, reward card subscriptions, 3, used games sales, and 4, game trade-ins. Each of these quotas is based on the store's total transactions. Pre-orders and reward card subscriptions are based on the numbers of transactions, while used game sales and trade-ins are based on the total dollar value of transactions. If a store's quota for used game sales is 30% and a store sells $1,000 worth of merchandise, GameStop expects at least 300 of that merchandise to be pre-owned. Yeah. So if someone walks into GameStop and picks up, say, a brand new copy of Yakuza O without pre-ordering another game, subscribing for a new rewards card, buying a used game, or trading in some games to help pay for it, then the transaction will knock down all 4 percentages. The more new games an employee sells, the more used games they'll have to sell to make up for it. In other words, according to salespeople speaking to Kodaku and elsewhere on the internet, GameStop is incentivizing employees to stop people from buying new games and hardware. GameStop staff say the company has threatened to fire people who don't hit these quotas, which is leading to all sorts of scuzzy tactics. We are telling people we don't have new systems in stock, so we don't take a $300 or $400 hit on our pre-owned numbers. One GameStop employee told me in an email requesting
Anonymity.
anonymity because he was
Anonymity.
not authorized to speak to press. This company this is company wide and in discussion with my peers, it is a common practice. We also tell customers we don't have copies of new games in stock when they are on sale. For example, Watch Dogs 2 is currently $30 new and $55 pre-owned. It's $49.99, but that's it. As a side thing, is everything like that because that makes you think it's cheaper? Is that just like a sales thing, like salesman
Sure.
type thing? I don't know, but I digress. We just tell them we don't have the new one in stock and shuffle them out the door. The Circle of Life program, which began late last year but ramped up in early 2017, according to staff, attaches a specific COL score to each employee and each store. Each of the four categories represents 25% of the total COL score. So if a store hits their quotas for pre-orders and rewards cards, but not for trade-ins and used games, then COL will be 50%. If an employee hits all four of his quotas, he'll get a COL of 100%. GameStop staff have told me that corporate managers are monitoring both stores and individual employees, asking everyone to get a COL score of at least 75% by hitting at least three of their four quotas. If a store is hitting their COL targets, but one salesperson is not, that salesperson may face punishment or even loss of their job, according to company employers or employees. Yeah.
Sad.
So instead of selling those brand new shiny games and systems, they're trying to get you to buy the used games,
Well, they make make a profit off of it. Is why they want to do this. When you sell any games to them, they never pay you near as what they're actually worth. That's why it's a meme. Oh, went to GameStop and gave them 50 games, and they gave me $2. Sell it, for a decent price, but they won't buy it from you for that price, which is okay. That's neither here nor fucking there. Get out of the damn used game thing if you don't actually want to stock retro games. But like, this is just asinine. They're gonna make people walk away and order shit online. That's how you're gonna fucking end up losing jobs. Because if I can't buy it, I like to go to a brick and mortar store as an actual gamer, as a guy who goes and spends money, puts money down. I built a rig just to play fucking games. I go in and stand in line and wait to talk to a human being and pay money, cash, greenbacks, to a fucking person because I want to support my local shit. I want to be able to go around and see the shit and have it in my hands before I take it out of a fucking box somewhere,
Yeah, it's nice to skim through those strategy guides too sometimes,
Well, they keep them all shrink wrap now, and they don't want you touching them. You have to ask for them. It's I want to be able to just see, like, I've got a collection of Fallout merch here. I got all the bobbleheads. I've got the fucking lunch boxes, and I bought that shit in a store. And I love that you can get shit that you would think you can only get online in a fucking store. And these tactics are making me not want to go in this fucking store. And that's sad because those real people that work in my area that are, that are worried about, me coming to their store and buying shit, they can't. And to be honest, as a GameStop employee, putting quotas and percentages into what they expect of you is fucking stupid. I can understand if you're selling a car or music stores where they're selling guitars. Guitars are $300-$400. My ex did it, and you have a certain amount you have to make, or else they bump you down and you make less, or you get fired. That makes sense. It's sales. It's a fucking video game store. It's the only thing we've got that's close to the old VHS rental store where you could go in and Randall from Clerks. Yeah, you could walk in and no one would give a shit. Yeah, and all you got now, like Best Buy and FYE and places like that, they just stock shit and they just ring you up. That's all they care about. They're not trying to pressure you. And you go in there and you buy whatever overpriced fucking thing they got, or you order online. And GameStop is slowly. I mean, they're really shitty to their employees. A lot of people. There's tons of YouTube videos of people who say, "I worked with them for years, and here's what sucked about it. I wish I didn't do it. They treated me like shit." One lady did a video. She said she couldn't even go to her brother's funeral because she didn't have the time to take off, and it's fucking horrible. And
well, can I read this?
Not cool,
paragraph?
GameStop.
Here, this is pretty much says it all. This is all been under the guise of doing better for the customer and giving the customer what they want, a better value, which is definitely not true, said a GameStop employee. Why would I get reserves if it's going to lead to a new sale? Why would I sell you a new game that you're excited about if it's going to hurt my numbers at the end of the day? Why would I sell you a new system if I'm going to be fired for doing so? It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, and you would think they would be given an incentive. Okay, move the new things so we make more money off of that. I mean, well, no, they're trying to push the old shit.
Well, this they said on a note that this is going to hurt them in the long run. This selling the used stuff might be short-term gain for them, but in the long term, it's really going to fuck things up, honestly.
Yes, because, well, no one wants to buy, even a game, especially a game system. You don't want a fucking old pre-owned piece of shit. So that right. someone else gave it up because, not because they didn't play the fucking thing. That's never... A video game system that somebody didn't play is just like a car that they say, the little old lady only drove it to church on Sundays and that was it. Bullshit. Someone used the fuck out of it. They said, I got to get a quick buck out of this thing so I can go buy something else. They threw it at the fucking store. The store gave them 10 cents for it. And now they want to sell it to you for $300. That's all there is to it. And they're trying to make a profit. They're trying to make money. That's how businesses operate. And
yeah, it's like sell this game disc with pop spilled all over it or you're fired.
Yeah, I don't want to get a disc that's all scratched to hell because they didn't look. I don't want to get a system with old Mountain Dew stuck in it and it breaks 10 minutes after I buy it. Like somebody's kid left grape soda all over it. I want, a new, shiny... I want that peel that they get, the unboxers, they get the peel porn, they peel the plastic off. Yeah. Even as a teenager in the 90s, I had a CD that I had been listening to for years at that point, and I still had a little piece of plastic that I had missed when I was taking the seal off of the outsides, and I said, ooh, and I peeled it off real slow because that was the last new CD I think I bought in a while. Everything else is digital downloads now, and it's...
You just get the new plastic manufacturer smell. Like it's that it's like fresh and everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and some poor Chinese kid got themselves cancer in their fingers for putting your thing together and folding it up just so. And
some of those don't even come with the booklet because they didn't have didn't return the booklet or whatever with it, so you get that.
Yeah. Oh, you get a used game. What do you get? You get a cardboard piece of paper with a drawing on it that says what, or stock picture that says what the game is instead of the actual fucking game, because they got it and it's so tore up it doesn't even have the case. I get that they're trying to make a quick buck, but leave that for eBay and collectors. Leave that for Craigslist, because really, you could go on Craigslist right now and buy an Xbox One with a couple of games, but you want the fucking brand new one. Just let the guy sell. The guy wants to sell. If they make admission on how much the shit costs, a brand new one costs more than their overpriced used one. So, but they don't go on fucking commission. It's sad that's got to be that way. I mean,
well, it's interesting because it's the opposite with the actual developers of the video games and everything, because they would rather see everybody like just buy digital, and their games aren't being resold everywhere and everything, I guess.
Well, it's stupid. Okay, what else we got here, Bob?
GameStop is like, I don't give a fuck.
Yes. 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 No fucks given. Yes.
And man, as I open that too, like I have some. I hate when some drops fly everywhere after you open it.
You like my Deadpool shirt?
I don't know yet. Here. Oh, that's. Oh yeah.
I got two shirts where he's flying on a unicorn. I got this one, and I got one that's more realistic, and he's flinging out tacos and burritos.
Right.
Maximum effort.
I have a Deadpool poster.
I had a coworker tease me because I told him I have a collection of kitty T-shirts. So the next day I wore my cat with a Mountain Dew logo, and I said, "What about this one?" And he goes, "That one's not too bad."
Right.
So what's this about Valve now, boss?
Okay. So now that we're
this is pertinent to my interests.
Now that we've bowed our head in shame, I guess we're gonna have to move on from our morning here. Not that this is any more positive.
Why you got downers, bro?
I'm sorry. Well, you got to know about them, man. As much as life sucks, you got to know about what's going on.
You know, we got a pissed off political state in America. Now we got. By the way, your video games, they're fucking you too. They're taking all your money and telling you that they don't have it.
At the virtual world isn't doing much better than the real world, is it?
I look at video games to escape from reality, not get sucked into how sad and depressing it is. Jesus Christ.
Okay. This is about Valve under investigation by EU Commission over geo-blocking concerns. The investigation kicked off by the European Commission to uncover anti-competitive practices in e-commerce. Is taking a deeper look at agreements between Valve and publishers Bandai, Namco, Capcom, Focus Home, Koch Media, and ZeniMax that could possibly be in violation of EU competition rules. The Commission is concerned that activation keys used to redeem games on Valve's digital game storefront could be used to restrict content based on the country of redemption, and aims to find out if bilateral agreements between Valve and the 5 publishers have encouraged such practices in the past. Such restrictions would prevent players from looking outside their own country better deals on video game, which the Commission says could, negatively impact cross-border competition within EU member states. If the investigation suspicions are found to be true, the company's practices could be in breach of EU competition rules set up to avoid restricting parallel trade within the European Union. Video game companies aren't the only ones facing recent scrutiny from the European Commission. Digital geo-blocking concerns. The Commission has also opened investigations into consumer electronics manufacturers and some hotel companies for interfering with similar trade rules. And if they are found guilty, like, I'm not sure what the article doesn't speculate on, like what the punishment would be. You know,
they'll just go why yada.
Why I oughta.
I don't know.
Get that slap on the wrist.
You know what Gaben will do? He'll just throw some money at it.
Yeah. I don't know, but
Lord Gaben will throw all my money at it and say, "Here's Franklin's money that he spent."
The European Union is pretty unforgiving, though. It's stuff like they have like laws over there that are like crazy, man. So,
now, if you go to court there, do they have to wear the white powder wig?
Yeah.
I say, sir, did you sell games illegally? No, I didn't do that. I say, yes, you did. gavel. Dun, dun. Order of the court. Time for tea. Yes, I'm horrible. Yes. Stereotypes.
Actually, it was funny though. I was watching video on someone making candy, and that might not sound that interesting, but what was interesting was it was a candy made by a type of fruit that over there in the EU is it's legal, but it was actually illegal to sell this kind of fruit in the northeastern part of the United States.
Uh-huh.
It was like some kind of like blackberry or something. That was like
blackberry, ram-a-lamb, blackberry.
they made it illegal, I guess, because it was like growing and stuff was like killing off like the pine trees, which are all around here.
Was what?
It was killing off the pine trees and stuff.
Pornhub.
Yeah.
Ian is a young man with needs, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I am.
He's on YouTube right now.
Yeah, I'm still trying to get dates, so I mean, you gotta.
Ladies.
Yeah, you gotta get some.
Looper is becoming more and more an annoying ass. I started watching a couple of their videos, and they're fucking annoying. Here's the real reason why you don't hear from Dave Coulier anymore. And then it's just like his history of what he's done. And I'm like, that doesn't tell me why he's not doing anything. I don't.
Hey, here you go. Black currant hard candy, the illegal fruit.
Huh. In Canada, they have what they call Kinder eggs that are like kind of like Cadbury cream eggs, but they're hollow. And inside they've got a toy. And the kid takes the toy and he has to assemble it. He has to put it together, right?
Right.
They don't sell them here because stupid American kids will just eat the fucking candy and swallow the toy and choke on it.
Yeah.
I met some guys from Canada. They brought a whole bunch of them in a bag and hid it when they crossed over. And I'm like, this is what we got to worry about? People are stupid. Well, now, I'm not going to lie. I ate a fortune cookie and thought I took the fortune out. Whoops.
Uh-huh.
But I didn't swallow the fucking thing. I'm chewing it. I'm like, this fucking paper.
Yeah, these are pretty much banned by the government now to sell them these Bucky balls here, because if you swallow multiple of these, it's like really, really hard to get them out of your system.
Bucky balls?
Because, yeah, these magnetic beads. So they're like really strong magnetic beads. So like if a kid swallows them, then the beads stick to the inside of your intestines and stuff because they're magnetic. They'll stick to each other. And it's like really hard to remove them through surgery and stuff. So like the government's been banning them from sale because all the parents and what they
did you watch when on the WAN show they had what the hell is his name from Level 1 Text now was on Tech Syndicate? Wendell.
No, when was he on?
He was on the one when Luke was at the Nintendo show, so he filled in for Luke, and it was. I actually watched the entire thing, and it was really interesting to listen to. But they were saying on one of the projects that Linus was trying to do for Channel Super Fun, he wanted to get some lawn darts, and he says they're actually illegal now, and I'm like, I saw those at a thrift store. So it's actually illegal to sell them and or buy them. So, whoops.
Huh.
But
yeah, isn't that like their podcast or something?
What?
The WAN show.
Yeah, it's basically this.
Yeah.
But it was with Wendell and Linus, and it was so like the majority of the show was just them shoot the breeze. They're like, oh, we haven't even got to the news articles. It was a great show. The last 2 minutes before they said goodbye, they were talking about Plex and Cody for a minute.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, because Wendell's old school, like he's been building computers and shit since the fucking 80s, so he knows his shit. So
Right.
that's why their channel's just a bunch of, how-tos and stuff so far. Really good.
Yeah.
And they're pumping out the content. I can't watch it all. God damn.
I know, man. I wonder like if all the like all the tech reviewers and stuff, how they like if they all respect each other, because I know Jay meets up with like the like Linus and all the other people and stuff,
Yeah, like they some of them go to shows together. Like the guy from it used to be Awesome Sauce Network, Kyle from Bitwit. Uh,
Yeah.
he hangs out with Paul's Hardware and some other guys. So they a lot of them know each other because you're running in the same circles. You're going to CES and shit.
Would you say, would it be fair though to say that Linus is pretty much, he's got like the biggest operation out of like all the YouTubers, with that giant warehouse now, all the stock they have.
Well, like
They got a
Unbox Therapy
huge
is
amount of
pretty big
stock.
too.
Yeah,
Unbox Therapy, Lou, he's got a big ass warehouse now too, which is stupid because his show he could have done in a closet. Just like all the people, everyone's saying, "Hey Lou, why do you need a big ass warehouse?" And it's echoey as shit.
yeah. Well, I'm just saying because he's got like, how many video editors does he have? He's made that whole office with like all those crazy rigs for editing and stuff for his people working for him and everything,
Yeah, and they do straight up. Is it Cinebench? Or what is that? What is that format they use? It's Adobe or something. I don't know.
The media encoding.
Yeah, whatever it is.
Whatever.
I don't know. But yeah, he has a lot of guys on his payroll. But Canada. He's not just one guy. He's got a bunch of employees. Is the thing.
Yeah, I'm seeing like a lot of YouTubers is sort of popping up from Canada. I've noticed. Like
they got internet up there, eh?
Yeah. I thought I'd get this one for Ben here. Here's another happy, good lucky story. Since he's a vegetarian and everything, all corn diet turns hamsters into cannibals who eat their young.
Hamsters do that anyway.
Researchers in France have discovered that a monotonous diet of corn causes hamsters to exhibit some unusual behavior, cannibalism. New paper outlines the efforts of scientists at the University of Strasbourg to determine why the European hamster Chrysidus has been dying off at an alarming rate. The hamster is critically endangered in Western Europe, and research into the cause seemed to be a brick wall. At the time, it was theorized that the pesticides and industrial plowing might be. Is that plowing?
That's what I assume.
Might be to blame. Perhaps the hamsters' underground layers were being destroyed, leading to the population drop-off, but that was determined not to be the cause. Researchers led by Mathilde Tissier decided to look into the hamster's diet. Previously, the rodent's diet consisted of grain, roots, and insects, but the regions in which its numbers were dropping have been taken over by the industrial farming of corn. And so pretty much in a nutshell, like when they're
all corn and no grains make hamster want to eat.
Yeah, so pretty much a vegetarian diet for hamsters is not good for them, I guess.
Well, all corn anyway.
Yeah, they all make the joke about like women here in Ohio. They're like, yeah, they're corn fed here. Like that's I've heard Howard Stern say that, like, because then there was some like hot women that would come in from. They say, "Oh yeah, I'm from Ohio. Oh, you're corn fed, huh?" I'm like, okay,
When one of my friends from hell, I guy I knew from elementary school, kindergarten, he posted a picture of some strippers he met in Vegas. He's like, the one looks good, the other one she needs to eat more cornbread. I was like, what? What? More cornbread.
but uh, anyways, on to the next upbeat episode. Disney will pay out $100 million over wage suppression claims.
Oh,
Some more good
you're
news.
just a sunshiny fucking storyteller today. Gather around,
It's
children.
a
Uncle
sunshiny
Ian's
day.
got it's got to be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Nothing but blue skies pass me by.
uh, I,
The happiest place on earth with low fucking riches.
Yeah. I was sort of hoping Ben would be here because I thought that he might have some opinions on this, but at end of the road for the legal battles for no poach suit that included Steve Jobs.
Yeah, he doesn't have to pay anything. He's fucking dead.
Yeah. The Walt Disney Company, including Pixar, Lucasfilm, and 2PIC MC, have agreed to pay $1 million to settle claims that they conspired to lower the wages of animators and visual effects employees. The agreement between Disney defendants and former workers could be the final settlement for a series of legal claims against entertainment and high-tech companies that were accused of no-poach agreements that limited how much they recruited each other's workers. Combined with earlier settlements with Sony, DreamWorks, and Blue Sky Studios, the class of animator plaintiffs will get about $160 million, assuming U.S. District Judge Lucy Coe approves the settlements currently on the table. A series of wage fixing claims ensued from a 2010 government antitrust lawsuit over recruitment at high tech companies, including Apple, Google, Intel, and Adobe. The government said the companies agreed to limits on how they hired each other's workers, which artificially suppressed wages in the tech sector. That led to class action civil claims against the companies on behalf of current and former employees. The claims against several high tech defendants paid out $415 million in 2015. The Disney defendants' $100 million payout represents about one third of what plaintiffs experts asked for in their report last year. The plaintiffs in this case have already passed their most important test when Judge Coe allowed them to form a class in May. The class includes animation and visual effects employees who worked at Pixar, Lucasfilms, DreamWorks, Walt Disney, or Sony from 2004 to 2010, and at Blue Sky Studios from 2005 to 2010. In a report to the judge last year, the plaintiff said they served notice via mail or email to 10,828 class members in all. I
Wow.
mean, that's like $1 to Disney, though. I mean, that's like
Yeah. That's like that's just the profit margin for one of their fucking shitty movies that didn't do too well.
yeah.
Oh, that straight to DVD movie that we did. Yeah, just give the profits to that. What is that? Return to C2? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
We made another cartoon nobody watched. It's great.
Well,
people at Walmart bought it.
Well, this suit is just about getting the money that they're owed. This isn't about like people like getting emotional damage and stuff. Trying to get extra
right.
stuff.
I mean, if you're not paid, you want what you're owed.
Right. But yeah, that's not gonna they probably won't even notice it. You know, I mean, they're gonna be like,
Right.
"Oh yeah, we had I forgot we had to do this."
It's not like the lights are going to be out for a day at Disney Studios.
Yeah, they'll just like you said, chalk it up to another bad movie, I guess.
Yeah, they turn them out. They had enough good movies that they can make a couple turds and give all the money off to that.
Right. Here's another one. I know you love the cable company and FCC news, so decided to do this one. Lipstick on a pig. Time Warner Cable deceived the FCC in speed tests.
Uh-oh.
We just quote unquote we just have to make it work temporarily. Time Warner Cable said of FCC speed test. And here's a picture of the pig with lipstick. But I don't get the joke, but
You put lipstick on the pig to sell it to make it look better for the moment, but it's still a fucking pig.
I guess so.
It's an old term.
Then it's funny. The New York State government's lawsuit against Charter and its Time Warner Cable subsidiary contains some intriguing details about how Time Warner Cable allegedly manipulated speed tests conducted by the FCC. The FCC uses measuring equipment in the homes of more than 4,000 internet subscribers across the U.S. to produce its annual Measuring Broadband America MBA report, which compares actual internet speeds to the speeds promised by broadband providers. But Time Warner Cable played a few tricks to get better marks than it should have in a test. According to the lawsuit filed in the New York State Supreme Court by New York Attorney General Eric Schneiderman, according to the lawsuit, Time Warner used one tactic that an employee described as lipstick on a pig. In another case, Time Warner executive wrote an email saying, "We just have to make it work temporarily in order to boost the FCC's speed test scores." Schneiderman accused Time Warner of providing customers with older generation cable modems that couldn't produce the speeds customers paid for. This was a problem in the FCC's testing. So in the summer of 2013, Time Warner assured the FCC that it would replace the deficient modems for all of its subscribers and would start by replacing the modems of those subscribers involved in the FCC panel. Based on this assurance, the FCC excluded poor results from its annual report. But while Time Warner did not replace the modems of FCC panelists and instructed customer service reps to give the panelists VIP treatment, quote unquote, the company at the same time aggressively pushed other subscribers in New York to pay to upgrade their internet service plans without ever checking whether the modems it leased to subscribers were capable of actually supporting their new speed plans. The lawsuit said the FCC report, based on 2013 data, gave Time Warner high marks, but it included a note about the company's efforts to encourage modern upgrades when needed, quote unquote.
Modem upgrades.
Yeah, modem. I'm sorry. Yeah, even when Time Warner customers had the latest equipment in their homes, they often didn't receive promised speeds because the network wasn't upgraded. The lawsuit also alleges Time Warner used a few methods to hide the network's poor performance in speed tests, Schneiderman claims. Yeah, it said in June 2013, Time Warner's then head of strategy wrote in an email, "Our FCC speed test scores are like watching a slow motion train wreck. We need to get in front of this." Yeah, like my dad was asking me today if I got because I was supposed to get since they changed the spectrum, I guess you're supposed to get like a 10 megabytes internet speed increase or whatever. and like I tested mine and it was like the same. Like if
Hmm.
say if you're getting 50, you're supposed to be getting 60 or whatever after the transition.
Hmm.
But yeah, I don't know.
I have my own modem. I didn't use theirs.
Right.
But let's see what I do. I'm doing a speed test right now. I think my wife's still watching internet TV. Yeah, I'm right at 50 megabits. Hmm. I mean, we didn't have high speed up till just recently
Right.
because we were gonna go ahead and do away with uh, direct TV and just go to internet, and we decided to up our internet speed.
Right.
So, so we didn't qualify in 2013. I was only getting like 2 megabits. The struggle was real.
Yeah. Yeah, this gets pretty complicated here, but what do you kind of think about that? That's pretty shitty. Huh?
Hmm. Show wheels.
I mean, like, what else could you say about it?
It's really shitty, and they shouldn't have did it.
Yeah.
So, what other stories you got?
Well, let's see what other kind of bright article I have here.
Bright, bright sunshine, shiny, happy stories in your stuff.
This isn't bright either.
Oh, I heard about this on the radio this morning.
Yeah, so I thought of this was interesting because uh, I guess it appears hacking even they're not even they don't even mind hacking older stuff either, older technology. Radio
Well, it's
station that
easier to
ignored
hack.
me. Yeah, radio station that ignored major vulnerabilities started playing an anti-Trump song.
Hmm.
Vulnerability had been known for nearly a year, flared up shortly after inauguration. Uh, a certain model of low power FM radio transmitter with known vulnerabilities has been targeted in a new wave of radio station hacks this week, armed with an exploit that was known all the way back to April 2016. Hackers have commandeered terrestrial radio stations, and in apparent unity, the hackers all decided to broadcast the YG and Nipsey Hussle song, Fuck Donald Trump. The news of the song's unexpected playback on radio stations began emerging shortly after Trump's inauguration on January 20th, and the hack has continued to affect LPFM stations, a type of smaller radius radio station that began to roll out after the FCC approved the designation in 2000. Over a dozen stations experienced confirmed hacks in recent weeks, with more unconfirmed reports trickling in across the nation. Thus far, the nation's commonality isn't the states of operation in music formats, it's the transmitter. Specifically, hackers have targeted products in the Barracks X Screamer line, which can decode many audio file formats and send them along for LPFM transmission. If that sounds familiar, that's because Arctectica reported on this kind of hack last year as Barks uh, told us its product owners in 2016. X-Screamer devices openly connected to the internet are incredibly vulnerable to having their remote login passwords discovered and systems compromised. The company recommends using full 24 character passwords and placing any live internet connection behind firewalls or VPNs. Um, but yeah, did me? I forget. Did me or Nate ever tell you about? There used to be a guy that lived in their apartment. We were thinking about having him on the podcast, but he does his own like radio station. Um, in the building, he just like he'll talk on there a little bit sometimes, but mainly he just plays like music and stuff for the people to hear in an apartment because they have like people. There's like a little community room downstairs that people will have. They could listen to like the radio and hear the songs on there and stuff.
Was it like a ham radio?
Yeah, it's like I don't know how powerful it is. Like I think he said it just goes like a few miles out or something.
Yeah, for you have to have a license if it can go a certain length.
Yeah, he was thinking about doing it, but yeah, he had never gotten around to doing that. He was thinking about getting like you could get a more powerful one than he had that didn't require a license, but I think he was looking around on eBay or something. He was means to do it. But yeah, he had like full like like everything he had was like all analog stuff, like XLRs and stuff, and he had like a giant board and everything.
Hmm.
But
Yeah, I heard on the radio when they were talking about this. They said some TV stations got hacked too.
oh really?
Yeah, I mean, because think about it, it costs so much to update your software, and if you're not really, playing the latest and the greatest of this shit, or sometimes like a lot of stations, the ones I listen to, are not always. They're really the same station on multiple actual frequencies. They just have their actual music piped in through the internet, and then the DJs, like the one radio station I was listening to for a good month or two on my way to work, I realized I'm like, hey, they're not doing anything local on the DJ. He's just talking about himself and then the music and his history because it's an older station. Oh, that guy doesn't fucking live here. They just pipe that in from somewhere else, and then all this shit is done on a computer because they don't need an actual personality. They just have some guy to press buttons, and it gets taken over like that.
Yeah. But yeah, I just thought it was interesting because it's like, like doing some old school hacking,
Mm-hmm.
Old school technology. They'd be like hacking into like a CB radio or something.
Yeah. Well, these guys, like they said, they just get your remote login password and then put in this dirty ass song about fuck Trump.
I remember I heard this guy. There was an interview of a guy that he used to do. Have you ever heard of phone freaking?
No.
Well, he back in the day, like the 60s and 70s, he used to do like hacking the phones and stuff, phone lines and stuff by.
Oh yeah, the blue box.
The phone.
Yeah, the blue box. It would play the code, and they would get free long distance.
Well, like he hacked into the like the White House phone lines and everything, and just by whistling tones into the phone, like he was like old school.
That's all. Like his name was Captain Crunch. That because
that guy.
The whistle was actually a plastic whistle that they gave away in a box of Captain Crunch, and then eventually they made a box. So if you get on a phone, you just do the combination, and it would simulate the tones that would make for a long distance call, so you would get a free long distance call.
Yeah.
A guy I work with, he told me that his old cable box back in the day, because he had one of the first cable boxes, it had a key that you would slide in to get the premium channels. Then later they found out that key was just a fucking magnet. So they took a magnet and stuck it in there, and hey, you get premium channels now. So
Right. And I just thought that was cool, because you just hack into the phone lines and everything. That's like the olden day type of hacker. It's
Mhm.
called phone phreaking.
Yeah, I forgot about that. They had in one of the documentaries about Steve Jobs, they showed him and Wozniak doing it, and he's like, "Hey man, I'm on the phone with the White House." What?
Did you ever see the documentary on that old German uh encoding machine that would encode the Morse code communications or whatever?
No, no, I did not.
I forget. I have to look up what the documentary with the name of it and the name of the device. I forget. It looked like a typewriter or something, you know.
Hmm.
But anyways, this that's my other happy story there. Actually, all of these, I guess, all of these are pretty much downers this week.
You're a Debbie Downer, motherfucker.
Yes, I am this week. As the opioid epidemic rages, Ohio scrambling to handle flood of dead bodies. State overdose deaths quadrupled, surpassed car crash deaths, and they're not alone.
Okay, for our listeners that are outside of Ohio, which a couple of them are now,
Yeah,
our two that were from Kentucky, they moved down south to Florida. So
right.
if you're not from Ohio, there's a lot of heroin going on here. A lot of heroin and bad batches going. They just had a guy they caught who had was selling elephant tranquilizer and saying it was heroin, and he was killing people. So
Yeah. Well,
which
like
is
this.
which is right up there with GameStop. You're killing your customer base. It's stupid.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, like I used to live in Ravenna, and I'm glad I got out of there because a friend told me they knew someone's boyfriend that got murdered there by a drug dealer.
A guy I went to high school with that I hadn't seen in years. They found his body underneath a mattress in a burned down house.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Apparently he went. There was a friend of his that got in some kind of trouble with a gang or something. So he was hanging out with them to try and protect him. Happened to him. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah.
Well, did you want to so you know this article pretty well then. Did you want to summarize in a couple lines here?
A lot of people dead. And what was it? 2 days they had like over 2 dozen overdoses, 2 deaths in just one county alone.
Right.
It's fucking ridiculous. And like people are passing out high in their cars with their grandchildren riding around with them and shit.
Oh shit.
But that was both people, the driver and the passenger, were passed the fuck out, and the grandkids in the back like, they're in the car, they're driving, they're passed out. The car just coasted, stopped, and sitting there. Kid strapped to
Right.
his car seat. They're
Fucked up,
like,
man.
please, whatever bad batch you got, just let's flush it, please. Don't risk it. You might die.
Yeah. It's it's all
I
kinds of
knew
crazy.
a girl I went to kindergarten with. She got hospitalized, and then I was talking to some other people from school about it, and the one says, "Oh yeah, we were at the bus stop, and she had a joint." And I said, "Hey, let me get a hit off that baby." And she said, "Well, before you take a hit, I should tell you it's laced with crack." And she goes, "Nah, you keep it, honey. That's fine." So, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
and that's fucked up. So, so is that the main premise
That's
of
mine.
your article? Okay,
Yeah. We could
not for my 8 hour show.
yeah, Yeah.
Okay, I'm not gonna go in any particular order here. So
Okay.
where's the first one?
Are yours Debbie Downers too? Yeah.
Hold on. The FCC is stopping 9 companies from providing federal subsidized internet to the poor.
I saw this one too.
There's like 5 or 6 different articles about this. Regulators are telling 9 companies they won't be allowed to participate in a federal program meant to help them provide affordable internet access to low-income consumers, weeks after those companies have been given the green light. The move, announced Friday by FCC Chairman Ajit Pai, there he goes again, reverses a decision by his Democrat predecessor, Tom Wheeler, and undercuts the company's ability to provide low internet access to poorer Americans. In a statement, Pai called the initial decisions a form of midnight regulation. It's shitty, it's shitty, it's shitty. Shitty is all I gotta say about that.
Can we just change his name to Rhubarb?
No, he's asshole Pai. They're trying to provide internet to lower income. No, you can't do it. And then, since we're on an FCC tear, here's one from your ours. FCC rescinds claim that AT&T and Verizon violated net neutrality. No, they didn't do that shit. No, you can't get the poor people internet. Are you fucking crazy? Republican Ajit Pai halts Wheeler's net neutrality of 0 rating. If you remember a couple of episodes back, we were talking about how they're like, hey, that's your own company a free pass because DirecTV was owned by AT&T or whatever. So the Federal Communications Commission's new Republican leadership has rescinded a determination that AT&T and Verizon Wireless violated net neutrality rules with paid data cap exemptions. The FCC also rescinded several other Wheeler-era reports and actions. The FCC released its report on the data cap exemptions, aka 0 rating, in the final days of Democrat Tom Wheeler's chairmanship. So basically, when you get T-Mobile or AT&T, Verizon, when they do the, you can stream all this TV content and it doesn't count against your data, it's because the company is giving money to the TV network. They're giving money to the TV networks and vice versa. Well, they figure, DirecTV is owned by one of these fucking companies. So, of course, they're offering them a lower deal. And moldy pie. So, they had already said, yeah, this is against our interests.
Uh-oh.
Oh, shit.
Oh, there we go.
Hey!
What is up, bitches? Huh.
It's a bad hombre.
Bitch, you guessed it.
And look at those sideburns.
They're not sideburns. Thank you very much.
He's got a half a handlebar.
Yeah, that's what I meant. The handlebars.
Yeah. So what's up?
Yeah, a handlebar.
No, it's just
What's going on, dude?
This side's just a little white. That's all.
That's
all, bitch. That's all.
What's going on, Doug?
Nothing much, man. Just got off work, so that's why I didn't pop in earlier.
Poop.
Well, I was sort of surprised you popped in at all because, usually you don't come in on Fridays.
Oh, shit, he's popping bottles.
Popping bottles of that root beer, yo. What's up?
Is that IBC?
What you know about that IBC, baby? Baby.
No, we're talking about the new FCC chairman's a piece of shit.
What else is new?
He backtracked what they had said about Verizon and AT&T breaking the net neutrality. They said, no, we're backing that up. That didn't happen.
Nobody really cares. Just give a fuck about that.
All of our articles have been Debbie Downers. Like the last article was about the opioid epidemic in Ohio.
Yeah, imagine that.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's unfortunate. It sucks, but it's something that people just kind of have to work through and hopefully work towards having a better way.
Mm.
Can we get your fast and to the point opinions on these like you always do? New GameStop program leads employees to lie to customers.
I've actually thought about doing a video about that on my YouTube channel. Quick, fast, to the point opinion. They are about this close from me, like no longer buying from them at all.
Yeah.
Because I mean, if you're gonna fuck the people who are making you money, if you're gonna fuck the people who are doing the job for you while you're fucking sitting up in a suit, fucking chucking down highballs, then apparently you don't need my money, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
I'll just buy my shit on Amazon or something.
Shit, I'll fucking go to GameFlip. At least GameFlip, you actually get to, it's basically like a video game auction site.
Mm.
You know, you get game codes and all that shit. So I would rather put my money towards actual people who are selling me my stuff instead of a greedy ass corporation.
Mm.
Just kidding, just serious.
All right.
What's your other story you want to run past me in?
Valve under investigation by EU Commission over geo-blocking concerns.
Geo-blocking, huh?
Yeah.
Valve?
Yep.
That's not entirely surprising. I mean, but
yeah.
don't know why they would actually go that route, to be honest. But if some dipshits doing it, then they deserve whatever they get.
Yes, so they're violating border competition laws, you know, or whatever. We talked about corn diet forces hamsters into cannibalism.
Well, if you had to eat corn all the fucking time, wouldn't you?
Corn is a magical thing, son. Don't ever diss the corn.
Okay, so here's the thing. We as humans, we have various versions of corn to deal with. We have corn straight, popcorn, corn on the cob, corn flakes, corn starch, cornmeal. You can actually make pancakes and bread out of corn or some shit like that. Pancakes, I think. So we have these overarching ways because of our developed brains and our species. But if you're just saying, oh, here you go, little guy, have some corn. Oh, here, little guy, have some corn. Number one, their bodies are going to adapt and they're not going to like it very well. Or their bodies are not going to adapt, they're still not going to like it very well.
Corn. I ate corn chips.
Not that can of beans again, Ma.
I ate corn chips and I would dump corn on top of it. You can drive your car on ethanol, which is corn. And plastic is made of corn.
But also what I'm saying is that if you're feeding one particular species nothing but corn and just corn and corn and corn and corn, especially an animal that's used to not having that diet, there may be some effects.
That's why they said their populations were dying out, and then they found out that area, they thought it might be like, plowing the area might hurt their environment. No, they're just feeding them too much fucking corn because all there is corn, and they're killing their young and eating them.
Hey, you guys forgot about the most important type of corn, like KORN.
Backwards are. Jonathan fucking Davis with his eyebrow piercing.
Wait a second.
Yeah.
This one you might not be too interested about, but it's Disney will pay over $100 million over wage suppression claims. And then we talked about Time Warner Cable deceived the FCC in speed tests.
I actually have some interesting thoughts about what's going on with Spectrum currently.
Okay.
This is something they actually haven't told a lot of people. And it's actually something. Get this. It's actually something positive.
Uh-oh.
I have something positive to say.
Next, you're gonna be talking about Nintendo is like all the shit now.
Nah, fuck Nintendo. But,
Waka waka.
here, let's switch from Nintendo. Okay, something better.
Switch from Nintendo.
But it's actually something. But actually, in our area here in Mansfield, I've actually been told from a couple people that other people in the area have been told from representatives that our 50 megasecond limit is being raised, and we're not being charged more for the raise.
Yeah, that's what I was trying. That's what my dad was talking. I mentioned that to Frank a little bit earlier. You're supposed to get like a 10 megabyte raise or something. If you get like 10, you're supposed to get like 60 or something like that.
No.
After the transition to Spectrum or whatever.
What I'm hearing is this isn't just a transition to Spectrum. What I'm hearing, and again, this is just hearsay. This could be definitely wrong because we're talking about fucking Time Warner Cable here. But what I was told is that there is a very large possibility that most areas that have maxed out of 50 are getting raised to 300.
Yeah.
300 megabit per second. Do you realize how just nice that is going to be?
That would be really nice.
That's like going from a Pinto to a Rolls Royce. Woohoo!
Yeah, and then once you starts getting up to those kinds of speeds, then you have to pay attention to like the limits of your NIC card and your cables and everything. Because I think depending on the cable you have, the cable could limit you to only like 100. You know.
Hey, I'll take 100. 100 is double what I'm getting now, which means that they have to give me something newer than this piece of shit fucking modem that I have. I have an Aris modem right now, and let me tell you something about the Aris modems. I've heard people say that the Motorola modems suck. I've experienced that the Motorola modems suck. I've actually sat through some of the old, like, super trashy modems that they used to have that didn't have the Wi-Fi built in, that wasn't even fucking Motorola. Aris, let me fucking tell you something about Aris, okay? Aris is a piece of fucking shit. This Aris right here, once we get something better, once we can afford something better, that motherfucker right there, that motherfucker's going right straight the fuck back to hell where it came from, okay? Goodbye. Thank you for calling. I think you hear me knocking. I think I'm coming in, and I'm bringing a box of Eskimo pies with me.
Hey, Doug.
Saying the modem just puts on errors.
Hey, Doug.
Yes.
In your pile of older computers that you're working on, do you have any HP laptops?
I do have at least one, I think.
Uh-oh. Well, better be careful. Because this story,
the batteries?
Yeah. HP recalls 101,000 lithium batteries due to fire hazards.
Actually, I believe I actually have 2 batteries from actual compact computers that I have.
Yeah.
But I only have
Shit.
Oh, yeah.
All the way back to, what is it, 2006?
Yeah. I know of at least one that I think I have.
I'm going to demonetize us.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I actually do believe I have, because to get the replacement, you have to have your receipt.
Oh, well.
But I think I have at least one that I have the receipt for that I actually.
Oh, shit.
Damn it!
Hey, anybody got some marshmallows or some steaks or something?
To hellfire and brimstone.
That's funny shit, though. I mean, you know, if you don't have an HP,
Oh,
if you have an HP, I'm sorry. That's like Firestone tires back in the day. It's like, oh shit.
Dude, look at that. Look at that shit
Dude,
flying out, man.
This is what I'm actually working on right now, though.
Dude, that shit just like explodes, man.
Toshiba.
Look at all that. Look at
I'll
that
tell
chunk
you
that
what.
comes out.
I'll tell you fucking what, though. This little netbook here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and they're like, this is a dangerous fire.
No fucking shit, right?
It's plugged into the wall.
This little motherfucker here was given to me by a friend of mine, and this guy actually works
Here, show it
perfectly.
again.
But she just guy right here.
Okay.
Little Toshiba netbook. It's like a gig of RAM, like an 80
What's it got?
gig hard
Vista on
drive.
it?
Windows 7 starter.
Oh.
Yeah, I was like, starter? What the fuck?
So,
I also have an Asus EPC that I'm working on right now too.
oh wow.
Dude, okay, you want to talk about some fucking harder way to get some shit fucking going? You know what you have to do to reach the hard drive of those fucking EPCs?
Mm-mm.
What?
Okay, getting to your RAM isn't that hard. It's just the 2 screws on the bottom and then a panel comes off.
Right.
To get to the hard drive, you have to take off the 4 screws on the bottom. You then have to go to the keyboard, pry up the keyboard with a prying tool because it's underneath the keyboard panel. I'm like, what the fuck is that shit? The fucking bullshit. Just to get to the fucking hard drive. And I'm like, man, fuck that noise.
Right. But here's some.
I'm gonna put some RGB in my e-machine, man.
But hey guys, I got a story to make you feel better. Here's how easy it is to hack into Donald Trump's phone. He's still tweeting from his Android phone despite the best efforts of his aides and national security staff. The New York Times reported on Trump's unwillingness to give up the phone in January. And in the week since, Trump has issued tweet after tweet tagged as Twitter for Android. One picture from 2015 shows the phone appears to be a Samsung Galaxy S3, an old model that hasn't received a software update in over a year. So basically, they're afraid that spies are going to get on his phone, which wouldn't be that hard now, and put in a microphone app and just listen to all the shit that he's going to meetings for.
Those phones are horrible. Those phones are absolutely terrible. I have the best phones. My phones are going to be superb.
And they're like, no, sir, you got to give you one with limited function. No, you don't understand. This one's huge.
Sir, you need to get an iPhone. Donald Trump, if you can hear me, I know we don't see eye to eye, but do yourself a favor and get yourself an iPhone, okay? You will thank everybody for this at a later date. Trust me.
Hey,
What do you think
it'll be
about that,
okay.
Ian?
Well, what do I think? All you have to do is build a wall around the phone. It'll be fine.
Urbans.
And then get Mexico to pay for it. Hey, Ian, here's something you'll like. Here's something you'll really like. This wearable device can turn any surface into a keyboard. A lot of gimmicky takes on the classic QWERTY keyboard, from color devices that look like old school typewriters to foldable thing that converts into a stick. But a wearable device that can eliminate keyboards entirely, that's something else. It's basically a glove kind of thing, kind of like brass knuckles made of rubber that you fit around your fingers, and it turns any surface into a fucking keyboard.
Huh. How do you know what you're gonna type?
Huh? What does Ian think of that? I know you're all about wearables.
Well, I sure have to hand it to you, Frank. You know how to pick them.
Oh, that's right. He likes his puns more than his technology. Doug, what do you think? You have opinions.
Yeah, let's hand this over to Doug.
Dude, this is completely gotten it's completely gotten out of hand.
Yes.
That's the best I'm gonna get for this. Okay. Here's something.
It's a really handy device.
Oh, what, Frank? Did you want a hand job or something?
Not from you. Here's one. This cyborg insect could bring big advances in medical care.
Takes a really hands-on approach.
Yeah.
No, it's a cyborg dragonfly. It's a scale model dragonfly.
Oh,
Size just looks
shit.
to flying animals. Huh?
Oh shit! He just killed the prototype. No.
Yeah. Scientists look to flying animals, birds, bats, insects for inspiration when they design airborne drones. But researchers are also investigating how to use technology to interact with and even guide animals as they fly, enhancing the unique adaptations that allow them to take to the air. Have fitted dragonflies with tiny backpack-mounted controllers that issue commands directly to the neurons controlling the insect's flight.
It's inner space all over again. Holy shit.
And I don't even have a story about the pig-human embryos.
Oh, I heard about that. I was thinking about doing that last week.
No comment on my dragonfly backpacks from Doug. Fresh.
I just want to fly away.
Ian, you're not Dougie Fresh.
I just want to fly.
I just want to fly.
Hey, who here uses Firefox?
Me, baby. What?
Who here uses Firefox?
Oh, I'm sorry. Is our jokes bugging you? Right.
So who uses Firefox?
I do.
I do if I'm on a Windows computer.
Do you remember?
Fuck you, Internet Explorer.
Do you remember Firefox OS?
Oh yeah.
Firefox OS is dead. Mozilla kills off open source Internet of Things project with 50 layoffs. Mozilla has shut down its connected devices group, marking the end of what remained of its Firefox OS platform for smartphones. Shows you how touch they are. They did a statement to CNET. So yeah. Yeah. And
the thing is,
yeah.
It was an answer to like Chromecast, not Chromecast, but Chromebooks, Chrome OS. And now, while I don't really like the Chromebooks, it's actually a pretty good idea, but it just in practice it's not very practical, unfortunately. So, I mean, yeah, it does suck, but you saturate the market enough because you have Apple with their own OS, you have fucking Chrome with their own OS, you have fucking Windows with their OS. Firefox never really had a chance. They really didn't.
They should call it Fired Fox now.
Oh, be doo.
So no intelligent words from Ian.
How fucked up is it? You're getting the intelligent conversation from me on this topic,
right? It doesn't matter what your name is.
No, like I don't know if it would have been that good. Like if I don't see it being that much better than like like a Chromebook or whatever type OS. Like, I mean, Firefox and Chrome has always, been pretty like similar as far as the popularity, I guess. So in functionality, I guess they probably would have been pretty similar. So I don't know how good it would have been.
Hey, I'm going to do a quick webcam test. I don't think this webcam is very good, but I'm going to go ahead and try it real quick. So I'm actually going to go ahead and mute myself out real quick. That way you don't hear me like,
Okay. Man. He said KKK. I heard him.
Oh.
I got one more story. Would you like to hear my story?
Sure. I was gonna give the applause, but I don't know what this button is for the applause.
You press a button, your lights turn on.
Yeah.
Why so many PC users refuse to upgrade to Microsoft's latest operating system, despite it having been available for 18?
Because it sucks fucking dick. That's why. Because it fucking sucks. It fucking sucks. Oh, you don't want to upgrade to Windows 10? Guess what? You have to. Why? Because you fucking put it in your computer and you have to go through fucking bullshit hoops to fucking get it to stop doing it. Oh, why don't you want to switch to Windows 10? Could it be because we're taking all of your information and fucking putting it on the server to use as we see? Oh, I'm sorry. There was actually a story on this. That wasn't a question.
Does this go into the 0-day thing getting out of hand now too or something?
Despite it having been available for 18 months, 3 out of 4 PC owners have not bothered to upgrade their computers to the latest version of Microsoft's operating system, Windows 10. More than 700 million of the world's 1.5 billion or so computers continue to run on Windows 7, a piece of software 3 generations old. A further 300 million users have stuck with other versions. Half of them stubbornly and rashly clinging to 16-year-old Windows XP that Microsoft pensioned off 3 years ago. The business world has been even more recalcitrant. That's a weird word. Recalcitrant. In a recent study by SoftChoice, an infotech consultancy, corporate computers were found to be running a whole gambit of legacy versions of Windows. Fewer than 1% of them have been upgraded to Windows 10. That said, some 400 million or so copies of Windows 10 are now thought to be in circulation. Normally, such a market penetration after only 18 months will be considered a huge success. It is what the warmly welcome Windows 7 archived during its first 18 months, and 3 times that chopped up by Windows XP. However, though XP started slowly in 2001, it went on to become Microsoft's most successful operating system of all time, with over 1 billion copies eventually in use around the world. Can Windows 10 do the same? Only if those Windows 7 holdouts have a change of heart. So, we know Doug has feelings about this. What does Ian think?
It's not feelings. It's fucking facts, okay? It's fucking facts.
That's just a win-don't.
Fucking give me that shit. Fuck shit.
Well,
Ian?
I mean, yeah, I still haven't switched to it yet. I'm still on Windows 7. I had the professional, so it's pretty good. I mean, it does everything that I want, you know. I mean, the main reason I would upgrade is for the performance, but like all the downfalls of it, I don't know if they
see, if you go
are outweighing
with
performance.
If you go with Ryzen, whatever the fuck they're calling it,
Ryzen.
If you go with that, well, I know with the Intel side is Kaby Lake only goes with Windows 10.
Yeah, Jay though, he was saying on the Intel side though that was BS. He said like if you install Windows when you have that processor installed, you're still going to be able to boot into it, but you just might not be able to get like all the unlocked features of like the newer type processor, you know. Or I don't know if that's going to be the same with the Ryzen, but at least on the Intel side, it's like that.
That bitch.
What do you think about that though? Like hardware makers all locking you into a OS, you know?
I mean, they're gonna say, well, it's because it's the latest and greatest. We want you to have the latest and the newest, blah 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 blah. I mean, when we buy a phone or something, we go, get the new one only on Verizon, the best network, or only on AT&T, the best network. So, and we just accept that. Why do we not accept Windows?
It's honestly, it's because you can modify so much with your computer now, and having those modular options is partially what you buy a computer for, and having the options of what type of OS you want to use. Even Mac gives you an option to also load up Windows and other operating systems.
Right.
The fact that Windows is like, hey, fuck you, you're getting Windows 10 whether you fucking like it or not. That is a little encumbering to any
it's a middle finger.
End user. Yeah. You're saying, fuck you, you take what you get.
Yeah. And like even if the OS is more than capable of running the hardware, or the hardware is more than capable of running the OS, I should say.
Yeah.
It's just
there's always going to be some backlash from the fan base about backwards compatibility. It's just going to happen because they want to be able to run their legacy systems on whatever, because they have it, they own it. Why the hell can't they? And they're trying to force your hand with an upgrade, and they don't like it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like,
not to mention the fact that half the people are having these issues with Windows 10 machines are having these issues on a machine that was previously running like Windows 7 perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Why would you force me to upgrade to something that's broken? At least if something fucks up with an Apple software update, they number one stop what the fuck's going on. They tell you not to upgrade, and for most people, you have the option to boot back.
Boot back.
Windows is like, hey, guess what? You want to boot back? We're going to make you upgrade. We're going to make you upgrade out all over again. So fuck off. That's the fucking problem.
What you making here, Doug?
Peppermint mocha cafe latte.
Did you already finish that root beer?
Yes, I did.
Oh, okay. So you go straight to the.
It's been a long day, so go straight to some caffeine for the rest of the night. While I'm in the middle of doing this shit.
Yeah, I was that.
Are we taking a shit? What?
Speaking of boot backs, how's that hair growing out? It's getting longer, huh?
Oh yeah.
A little bit. It looks like you cut it. Like, did you cut it again when it was shorter?
No, see, like everyone thinks that I cut it, but I just I comb everything back, and I do that a lot because like if I don't, my hair kind of reverts back to when I was younger, and it just kind of poofs out like a really bad like red hair fro.
Are you gonna grow it into a mullet when you're in your transition?
No, I don't do mullets. If it comes back and I have long hair, it goes in a ponytail, especially if I'm at work.
Oh, you don't want a man bun?
Oh, those are crazy.
I
saw one at Mark's the other day.
No, just this is something you need not speak of, like ever.
I saw a.
You should make a rant video on that.
I saw a. I saw a white trashy couple. The guy had his hair was buzzed, except he had the bun. So the front and the sides were buzzed, but he had enough hair in the back for a bun. It looked goddamn ridiculous.
Where did that one style come from? Was that from like London or something? A lot of the women do like the buzz, like the shaved sides or whatever, with the hair like combed over it or something.
I honestly don't know where that.
I think they're thrown back to Cyndi Lauper. If I had to venture a guess.
Speaking of where the fuck is Ben?
Oh,
where the fuck is Ben, mate?
He's on a date.
Oh yeah, that's right. I was
really
gonna mention that to Doug. Yeah, he couldn't come on the show because he had a date.
Hey, good for him. Good for him, man.
Right.
I was supposed to have a date today, but babysitting.
Babysitting.
Yeah.
Were you gonna have adventures in babysitting? But
Dun, 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 dun,
yeah.
dun.
But maybe I'll have a potential for tomorrow. That's why I decided to do the show tonight.
That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll have to maybe get some info from Ben next week about how it went. And
Dun, 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 dun.
did you, Frank? Did you have to talk with him? Oh, that's right. You just texted him before the show.
You said, ask him if he's going to be on the show. He says, got a date. And I'm like, oh, okay, later. And that was it. That was extent of our conversation, Ian.
And next time you talk with them, you should have the talk. Like, you should have protection.
So this is
bro.
where babies come from.
You should have.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks for just pointing us at the ceiling.
Bye, Doug. Oh, hi, Doug. Well, he's miming.
He's got some thoughts. He's got to get out of the thing. A rant.
He's whipping up a souffle off camera.
But
You guys hear me?
uh-oh.
You hear me now. Right.
Sounds like someone's taking a. Oh, that's your aquarium, huh?
No, I think he's
taking a
peeing.
piss. Yeah, no, I remember we said that before. It sounded like someone's taking a piss, but then he's like, "That's his aquarium." Oh, he's. I can't hear you, Doug. You better switch. You better do a Nintendo Switch.
No.
No. Yeah. So that was your last article, though, Frank?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna close all these out. And,
but aren't they beautiful?
Yeah, they are. They're so beautiful. So beautiful. I just had to, like a bird, I had to set them free.
There we go. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
A little bit.
Weird, yeah.
In between the pee.
Oh, sorry. I have the aquarium behind me. Flat nuts.
That's cool. Well, are you ready for some trivia, Doug? Or should we talk about what you've been up to? Because I don't think we talked about that.
Well, what I've been up to is basically just fucking working my ass off. Pretty much.
Okay. That's about what Frank was up to.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I'm looking at on the other side of this table currently.
Working 9 to 5.
What is that, some cereal or something?
Removing Adobe Reader X.
What's wrong with the Adobe Reader?
When the fuck would I use it?
You don't open up PDFs?
Not really.
You don't ever have to go on? Does your browser, you don't have to have Adobe Reader or anything installed for that when you're opening up PDFs online or whatever? Okay, then.
Nope.
But yeah, Frank's been working hard trying to get over the gout crap and just being so tired and everything.
I've had no energy, and every time the weather changes, I just feel like butt.
So it's what, Frank, or you've had it, Frank? Ben has had it. Now my little brother has had it too.
Yeah, shit sucks.
Yeah.
I told my brother, I said it might be genetic, and he's like, nah. And then later, hey, I got it. Yeah. Everyone thought it was dietary because I ate a lot of bacon and stuff. And
well,
my brother's vegetarian, he's got it too.
Huh.
I bet what didn't help you, Frank, which made you probably pretty bad too, is the drinking alcohol and beer and stuff.
Yeah, I used to drink a lot. I moved from beer to liquor because I was getting fat from all the beer. And then when I moved to liquor, I was drinking a fifth a night by myself. and I was buying two-fifths. I was drinking 2 bottles. I was buying 2 bottles because I was afraid I would drink the 1 bottle and still want to be drinking.
Right.
And then I said, "Huh." I was like, "Baby, I have a problem."
Baby, dude, I think I have a problem.
When I would drink beer, I would drink a case of beer and I'd have a 6-pack I'd be sipping on until I fell asleep.
Holy shit, dude.
Yeah, I was fat.
Were you sipping on that scissor up too?
No.
Okay, that's good.
No, that'll give you seizures and shit.
Yeah, don't do that.
Sip on the scissor, it'll give you seizures.
Yes.
That's what Lil Wayne's got. He's got seizures.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, one thing I wouldn't mind trying though, like, is that I saw on YouTube video that yesterday. There's a Smirnoff vodka with like gold flakes in it.
Oh, Goldschlager.
Yeah.
Drank that my wedding night.
They had that on Superbad. Remember that?
Dude, okay, so story time.
Uh-oh.
The day I got married, I had to go pick up my car from my father's place, right? See my dad, and my car's not there. I'm like, Dad, where the hell's my car? It's like, oh, well, we're going to party over at my buddy's house, and your car's over there. We had to take it over there earlier. Okay. So we go over, and before we go over, my dad's drinking a bottle of Goldschlager. Now, mind you, my dad never really drank. Very seldomly. So he pulls out this bottle of Goldschlager, apparently been sitting in their freezer for like 3 months. It's like, we never drank together. Tonight you're having a drink. Boom. I'm like, hot damn. Whenever I hear something gold-plated alcohol, I think Goldschlager. That's why.
All right.
So fuck Smirnoff. We'll get the real shit.
Yeah, my dad was an alcoholic. Still is. Well, he says he gave it up, but he still drinks.
I don't give a fuck.
And
Yeah,
that sucks. You want someone to be healthy, you know?
No, he.
Yeah. Tell him, don't skip that leg day.
No, my yeah, my dad's old man was a moonshiner.
Mm.
My dad was a lookout.
Wow.
Nice. Wow.
Tell you how hardcore my dad is. My dad went blind once.
That's a little fucked up.
Yeah,
I said
that's really fucked up, man.
I said, Dad, and he was like, yeah, you know, it happened. I was like, well, were you worried? He's like, nah, my eyesight came back. I figured I was okay. I was like, God damn, Dad.
Yeah, you just slept it off.
Yeah, my story about me drinking a fifth a night by myself is nothing. He told me stories about his dad was passed out in the fucking woods for 3 days drunk, and he had to go and throw a blanket over him because it was raining. Yeah, they're hardcore.
Why the fuck in the woods?
Because in the holler, he just stumbled around and passed out there. He was that fucked up.
Wow.
My favorite story they told me was, he said he went to visit him, and he was talking with him, you know, and he says, Dad, you've got a bandage on your arm. What's that from? He says, I don't know. I've been drunk for 3 days. I don't have a clue what this is. So, well, Dad, it looks like you had some blood drawn. Do you have any idea what it could be? And he started thinking, he said, oh, shit, I have to get to town right away. He had met a girl, and she wouldn't sleep with him unless he married her. So he was so drunk, he said, sure, whatever. So they went and had a blood test and everything. Back in the day, you had to get a blood test before you get a marriage license to get married. While he was fucking drunk, he forgot all about it and woke up and totally forgot until my dad mentioned this.
Yeah, man. He was straight up trying to get after it.
He had to go to the girl's house and talk her out of getting married.
Shit.
Wow.
I don't know what to say about that, Frank. No words.
So you know, my family, they take booty very serious, and they take alcohol very serious.
So, like pirates, love the booty.
Hey, what is a pirate's favorite letter?
What?
Doug, do you know?
R.
No?
R.
You would think it'd be R, but 'tis the C.
You didn't deserve it, but I gave it to you.
Hey, Doug.
Yes, ma'am.
What was the dog's yearbook quote? High school was rough.
So, to retract that, he does not deserve it.
I love that joke.
Hey, want to hear a joke about Robin Williams?
No?
I'll tell it to you anyways. He's someone you didn't want to hang around with. Want to hang with Robin Williams?
Yeah, that was like, fuck that.
Ian, too tsunami.
Was that too soon?
No, too tsunami.
Fast to the funeral.
Is it time for the trivia, Ian? Before we get out of this shit show?
Sure.
Yeah, trivia with Ian. Yeah, trivia with Ian.
Yeah, I think we should let Doug choose since he hasn't chosen in a while. What kind of trivia topic would you like to do, Doug?
P.
What?
What kind of we're letting you decide what to do for trivia? Like what topic?
Let's do that this or that bullshit.
Okay.
But
Best
bullshit.
of 11.
Or I could just be a dick and we'll just do it on Nintendo stuff.
No, that's what I'm saying. I was like, we'll do the this or that, like whichever one gets more views. Best of 11.
Well, did you want to do both the would you rather and the search? Okay, well,
These are always very horrible.
yeah, let's go to the Google one first. We'll go. What do you want to do? Like first, whoever gets to 10, and then we'll go to like 15 for the would you rather one.
But these amps go to 11.
Well, why couldn't she make 10 louder?
But these go to 11. They're trying to go to the stage for like an hour.
Hello, Cleveland. Hello, Cleveland.
We love you, Dark Continent. Good night.
They got a new option here. Play Super Bowl. Oh, this is all sports searches.
Yeah, I don't know any of these people, so no.
I have to go back to the page.
Fuck that.
Yeah, I don't know athletes, professional athletes.
I don't know. Should I keep Java?
Why not? You can play Minecraft, maybe.
Yeah.
No, fuck that.
Okay.
Does
You ready?
Anybody know the actual use for Microsoft Silverlight?
If you do Netflix, Netflix uses Silverlight.
Huh.
Well, there you go.
Netflix and chill.
Okay. So, is exam results higher or lower than BuzzFeed?
Unfortunately, BuzzFeed's going to be way higher than exam results.
Yeah. Lower. Biatch.
I'm gonna say lower.
Lower.
Lowered expectations.
Oh, way
wow.
lower.
Okay.
Way
MasterCard is higher or lower. MasterCard is higher or lower than exam results. I'm gonna say MasterCard's higher.
Oh, yeah. Higher.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
823,000.
Mental health is higher or lower than MasterCard.
I'm going to say higher because that's pretty hot button type thing right now.
I'll say lower.
I'll say lower.
Oh, you guys. Yeah, I'm getting
People
triggered.
care more about money than mental health. If you have a loved one that you think might have a mental problem and you really care, but people don't care, they like that money. So, MasterCard.
I'm getting triggered,
Yeah.
Frank. Okay, let's see. Oh, well, you guys are right.
Yeah.
165.
That dog is like, well, fuck you there.
Fuck you.
Yep.
Okay. Daffy Duck, higher or lower than Marks and Spencer?
It's 4 million. What the, I don't even know. What's Marks and Spencer?
I don't know. I was gonna say Daffy Duck's higher because I don't even know what Marks and Spencer is.
Yeah, but
I know.
Spencer, 4 million. I'd have to say Daffy Duck will probably be lower.
I mean, I have a Marks store, and I know the Spencer's store in the mall.
No. Marks and Spencer or Daffy Duck.
I'm gonna say.
You guys say lower. I say higher, huh?
I'll say lower.
And you're saying higher, Frank?
Yep.
Yeah, 4 is kind of high, so I'm gonna say lower. Oh yeah, only 90,000.
Okay. No Country for Old Men, higher or lower than Daffy Duck?
Shit.
Oh, this gotta be higher.
Yeah, I'm thinking higher.
I still say lower.
Okay. Yep, it's higher. 246. Oh, that's. Oh, did I? Hold on. I think I gave Frank this. Doug should have been higher than Frank. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, fucking right.
Munich Olympics Massacre is higher or lower than No Country for Old Men?
You know, the sad thing is that, you know, you would hope that people would search for that more.
But they're not.
However, you'd have the feeling that more people are interested in a movie than the Munich Olympics Massacre.
Both of these games chip away at your faith, don't they?
I'm going to say lower because I have no faith in humanity.
I'll say lower just because it doesn't garner as much interest as most movies, unfortunately.
Lower. Oh, 2,000. Oh,
yes. It's like the 2,400 kids who decide to write a fucking book report or something.
Okay, Scent and Candles is higher or lower than the Munich Olympics Massacre?
Higher.
Sadly, yes.
Way higher.
I think Scent and Candles was like one of the answers before, but it was against something totally different. But yeah.
Scent and Candles.
Oh wow.
22,000. That's lower than I thought, though.
That's it's fucked up. I lost all faith in humanity. Counseling is higher or lower than scented candles?
Oh, way higher.
I say higher. I don't think way higher.
What about scented counseling?
These smell
I need
like
to get over
sadness.
Yeah. No, it's like I need to get over my addiction to scented candles.
I say it's higher, but only slightly so.
I'm going to say it's
Yeah,
over
same
6
here.
figs. At least 6
Well,
figs.
let's see.
Yep. 110,000. You said higher, right, Doug?
We all said higher.
Okay.
KFC is higher or lower than counseling? I'll say higher because people are fat.
Higher. Yeah, it's
Yes, that's going to be higher.
People don't care about the welfare of other human beings. Hey, they want KFC.
Yep. Oh,
Oh, wow.
4 million. Yeah, there's a lot of fat fucks out there.
Budweiser is higher or lower than KFC? Okay,
That's
this
a hard one.
This is a hard one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's going to be KFC because here's my reasoning here. The people are probably looking up where is the closest KFC. You don't got to look up where to get Budweiser. They fucking sell it everywhere.
Well, if it was just beer, that would be way higher. But it's Budweiser, so I'm going to probably say lower.
I say KFC is still higher. So Budweiser has lower than KFC in my opinion. What do you think?
Doug?
I'll say Budweiser's higher.
All right.
Okay, so Ian and I are going lower. You're going higher?
Yeah.
Yep. Wow.
Budweiser's 300,000.
So KFC.
Yep.
Wow.
So
See, I think my reasoning.
Frank and Doug are at 8. Your reasoning what?
I think my reasoning made sense on that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
You get
Is childcare higher or lower than Franz Beckenbauer?
Who's Franz Beckenbauer?
You have to look him up now.
I'm not gonna. That's.
74,001.
I'm gonna say childcare is higher.
Yeah.
Still alive.
Yeah. I would hope it would be.
Who knows?
Oh, it's not. Oh, that's
More people look up the
49,000.
sky.
Or that's.
Wow.
We didn't get that one. That's right. None of us.
Yeah, that was bad.
We tried to have some faith, but damn, you proved us wrong again.
Gotta have faith. Okay.
Cannabis.
Illuminati is higher or lower than cannabis? I'm gonna say higher. Because see, the Illuminati, you don't know, so people Google it. Cannabis is just pot.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to unfortunately say lower. Are you going with lower, Doug?
I'll go with higher.
Oh, you're gonna go with higher. I'll mix it up. Oh yeah,
Oh,
it's
Illuminati's
2.2
way
million.
higher.
Yeah, you guys got that.
Okay, Cankles has higher or lower than Illuminati?
Lower.
I'm gonna say higher.
I'm gonna go with lower too. Yep, 74,000. You said lower too, right, Doug?
I said high. Yeah, I said lower.
Okay, so we're gonna go to this would you rather game until 15 will be the winner.
The wiener.
The wiener. Tell me about my wiener.
Would you rather be 4 feet tall or be 8 feet tall?
Oh.
Interesting.
I would think being 8 foot tall would still be better because 4 feet tall can limit what you can do in your lifestyle, I think. Like reaching stuff and everything,
Yeah.
you know?
I'd say I'd say 8 feet, just because so many people have just a stigma about being short.
Yeah.
Yes. People plus women won't date a short guy, and people want to be
Yeah.
tall. And basketball players, personally, I would rather be 4 feet tall because if you're tall, you have more joint problems later. You can't drive in a regular fucking car.
Don't you have heart problems too? Getting all that circulation and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I say everyone is gonna go with red.
Yeah. Yep, 64% wasn't as high as I thought it would be though. But what are you gonna do? It was 64 on the red. Yeah.
With only 36% blue, so that's a margin of error like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you rather be famous for inventing snap bracelets or be famous for inventing the whoopee cushion? This would be your legacy and life's work. This is a question of reputation, not money.
Snap bracelets, those are things that are like straightened and then you can snap them on your wrist or whatever.
They're a ruler covered with a cloth covering. Yes.
Yeah. Those are like, that's old school.
Whoopee cushions are old school. They're older than that.
Oh yeah, of course, but I would think a lot of people would appreciate a gag more than some stupid wrist thing. You know.
What do you think, Duck?
I say whoopee cushion.
Yeah.
I say whoopee cushion as well.
Yep, 54% was close though.
Would you rather do 2,000 sit-ups without a break or do 10,000 jumping jacks without a break?
Ooh. Me personally, I hate sit-ups because you feel like you're going to throw up after you try to do them. So I would say the jumping jacks.
I say I'd rather do 2,000 sit-ups because it's only 2,000.
Yeah,
jumping jacks, you're moving everything and you're doing more of them. So 2,000 sit-ups, because if your stomach is already upset doing sit-ups, what the hell is it going to do with jumping jacks?
I say sit-ups because people might think that even though it's something that's more like condensed into one area, it's a lower amount. With jumping jacks, are like, okay, I gotta fucking get my entire fucking body involved, and if you have a chick, you know what they're gonna be worried about.
Boobies.
Well, I'll stick with blue just to make this interesting.
Since we've been out of school, has anyone done a fucking jumping jack just to do it?
I have.
No. I did the sit-ups, though.
And I felt like an asshole.
I started trying to do those. Have you ever heard of those burpee things?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Doug, you know what I'm talking about. Those are pretty good for you, I guess. Anyways, let's see what the answer was. I stay with the blue. Yes.
That's stupid.
It was 52% though. That was pretty close.
Would you rather live in a giant shoe or live in a giant peach?
Shoe.
Yeah, a shoe, a giant peach would start to rot.
Yeah. Childhood story. Huh.
James is the giant peach or the woman that lived in a shoe?
People
would rather live in a fucking peach? They're stupid. Would you rather lose $250 in the stock market or lick peanut butter off a hobo's foot? Really? This is stupid.
Wow.
$250 fucking dollars.
Yeah, I'd rather lose cash.
Yeah, that cash doesn't
Wait
end
a
in
second. Wait a
shame.
second. Wait a second. Time out. Time out. Time out. Time out. Time out. I actually get to do this. Oh my goodness. Is there anything in the description?
Hold on.
You would have to
All-time
lick the
low.
peanut butter completely or cleanly off.
Yeah.
Oh, I actually get to do this. I get to do this. Okay. I'd rather lick the peanut butter off the hobo, but the hobo has to take a shower first and then put the peanut butter on the top of the foot where it's going to be least sturdy to begin with. Hashtag lawyered. Boom, baby.
Well,
Nah.
even if you couldn't do that, like I would still say a lot of people would like a lot. I've seen people do crazy stuff just for a couple bucks, man. I mean, people do crazy stunts and everything, you know.
Yeah, no, that's disgusting. I'm not. No. I still bet on red.
All right, I'm going with blue.
I'll go with blue. Hashtag lawyered.
Yeah. Oh, Frank was right though. 77% is dumb, but he got it. Congratulations.
I love how there's a guy on YouTube. His name is Infinite Elch Intensity. He's like a fitness guy, but he also makes fun of a lot of other YouTubers.
Mm-hmm.
And whenever someone asks him like a stupid question, he'd be like, "Yeah, lawyered," and then he'll just go through and do what I just did. It's hilarious. Fucking hilarious.
Never heard of him.
This one's kind of stupid.
If you could choose an age to stay forever, would you rather be 10 or 21?
What kind of question is that?
21.
Yeah, 21.
Would you rather be 10 or be in the prime of your life?
Right.
Yeah.
If you're 10, they go, don't give that fucking child alcohol, you idiot. And they say, well, if you're a kid, you don't have any. Yeah, if you're a kid, you don't have any responsibilities. But if you're 10 forever, your parents are going to fucking die.
My thing is, if you're going to really do something like that, have him be young. Have him be like a teenager.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. 82%.
You still have your youth with no real responsibilities. Dumbest fucking question they've ever had.
Yeah.
Would you rather eat the earwax off an old man who has never cleaned his ears or lick the armpit of a sweaty cab driver? Neither will get you sick.
Armpit.
Earwax.
Ew. What's your reasoning for that shit, man?
It's a piece of earwax. It's not going to be anywhere near as bad as an entire sweaty armpit. Yes, lawyer.
Do this again. Yeah. If you're licking the armpit of a sweaty cab driver, how do you know that the armpit's going to be sweaty? He could be sweating through his chest. He might have been wearing deodorant that day. And if he's one of those type of guys who actually shaves his armpits, it's going to be a pretty, a smooth surface. So I'll pick the guy who's, even though he's sweaty, he shaves his armpits and wears deodorant.
But if you lick it, you're going to taste it. If you're eating earwax, right? Isn't that what it said?
Can you get AIDS from
a guy
earwax?
who has never cleaned his ears.
It said neither is going to get you sick, Ian.
Well, that's just sick.
It doesn't matter. I'm going to hashtag lawyer that shit because that's what I'm fucking doing today. Okay? Hashtag lawyer.
Okay.
Ba-da-ba.
Oh, yeah, me. 88% on blue. And that would make me the winner, man.
Yeah, you're the wiener.
I'm the wiener.
This show is rigged. This show is rigged.
Hey, we gotta let the host win at least once every year. What was the last time Ian won?
I won
last time. That's why he likes the show. Fucker always wins. He's keeping score. You notice that.
Hey, well, I caught myself too because I was about to give you the point that Doug should have had.
Yeah, what's up? What's up now? Here's a live look in, ladies and gentlemen, a live look in at what's going on at this moment.
Oh, shit. It's really overblown.
Uninstalling Microsoft Office.
What do you use for all your document shit, man? Like your Excel and everything?
Well, what I'm using right now is using Pages on my Mac. But what I'm hoping to do at some point in the future is to get like an older MacBook or an iBook and actually write on that and then export, because I like the look of them. It looks like that my hands will actually feel a little bit better on like that laptop style keyboard. That's why when Frank said a couple weeks ago that he still has an iBook, I was interested, because it just looks like it fit my hands a little bit better. That way I can write. But that's what I'm hoping to do eventually.
By the way, what's that fat head on your wall? Or it's not really like a sports fat head, but
it is a fat head. That's a Jason Miller from Magic the Gathering.
Oh, that's cool. I used to
a
play Magic.
Planeswalker.
Cool.
Planeswalker. Matter of fact, to see, I got Jace over there. Actually, I think it's only Jason I have. We have also on the wall. We have Link on that wall, and let's see. Actually, kind of can't really give the tour shits on the wall, but yeah, we got Jace there. We got Link over there. In the living room, we have shit.
You have shit on your wall?
I've got a Starfleet symbol on the wall, and right above that is the plaque from the USS Enterprise.
What?
We're a Trekkie family.
Oh, okay. I never asked you like if you're a Trekkie or Star Wars.
Yep. Matter of fact, when my dad was alive, he had a Rottweiler that was named Worf, and it responded to Klingon commands.
So, do you? I guess you're probably a fan then of that. The alternative to DirectX, then, aren't you?
DirectX.
Frank knows what I'm talking about, right? Vulcan.
Oh yeah, Vulcan. No. I actually never used Vulcan.
Me neither. It's supposed to be really good. I mean, there's a lot of cool stuff about it.
I've watched a little bit of stuff on it, and the compatibility with Vulcan and some of the other programs and whatnot has been a little weird over time.
Yeah, that's true.
Linus has talked about that at length, about how Vulcan just doesn't play well with others sometimes.
Speaking of that, how's your server stuff going?
Well, I'm not sure if I talked to you guys when this happened, but ended up that I put together everything. I installed all the hard drives. I had 6.5 terabytes. 6.5 terabytes. Yeah, let's do 6.5 terabytes. Which is fucking awesome. I'm like, oh yeah, all I gotta do now is install the RAM. I had the wrong RAM for the motherboard. I was like, fuck! So I'm working on getting the correct RAM for it, and if I don't end up getting the correct RAM, I'm probably gonna go with just a simple 4 terabyte setup. and just go with a regular standard casing, and not go with the server style case, because the server case that I have is like older. So
I wonder how much that because we did an article on it. Seagate is trying to push out their new 16 terabyte drives really soon.
They're going for 20 terabytes.
I wonder how much those are going to be when they do come out.
Probably not cheap.
Well, actually, Seagate's been sort of like, their market has been the same as AMD's. They've always been trying to be the cheaper alternative.
Yeah, but I've also heard that Seagate in having that has ended up being just a lesser product overall because of that. So
right.
That's the thing that just really worries me about that. I mean, I've thought about going Seagate, but the only time I've ever bought an external hard drive, I had an option to go with Seagate, and I could have gone with Toshiba. I ended up going with Toshiba mostly because I really like their laptops, and I like the quality, because I had a Toshiba laptop, a full size, that I ended up renting from a rental company before I got one of the earlier laptops that I had. And this thing was like beat the fuck up. I'm talking, this thing looked like someone took a knife to the top cover of this fucker, just did this a bunch. Looked like they punched it. And the manager's like, well, we'll give it to you on spec. You only got to pay like $20 a week. And it has some pretty deep specs on it. So I'm like, okay, hell yeah. Only have it for a little while. And this fucker just ran like day one. So I really took a liking to Toshiba's products. As much as a bunch of people hate them and they're like, oh, it's bad customer service, blah, blah, blah. If you could give me a product that looks like someone fucking came at it like a fucking stalker and it still works like day one, we're fucking cool.
So it's not Toshiba?
No, it's Toshiba, like a motherfucker. And even this laptop that I had, this little netbook that I got from a friend of mine, she actually used, I think she said it was like a combination of like ammonia and spick and span to clean the keyboard. And even though the keyboard's a bit warped, the keyboard still works like day one. Because she told me that. I'm like, you did what? You used ammonia on this motherfucker? And it's not dead? It's like, nope. Shit.
Did Frank ever tell you that he bought a I'm sorry, Frank, $150 keyboard for his computer?
I have a mechanical keyboard from Corsair.
Yeah, it's a glowing keyboard where you could change the color on each of the keys. RGB.
I have a Corsair mechanical RGB keyboard, yes.
So what was that about you not having an ego? Hey there, Linus Tech Tips.
Hey, you like it.
We get it in. We get it in. You wouldn't buy it. I understand.
I would not buy
that. Shit. Most people wouldn't buy that.
If it was like $50 to $70, I might buy it, but
that's you. I
would. This is the honest truth. I would not buy an RGB keyboard that's over $100. I really wouldn't.
Well, okay. I could have got it for $90, but it would have been 10 keyless, and I want to have the 10 key because I'm so used to typing with.
You use the number pad?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, the fucking number pad is so fucking important to me. I must have the fucking. Give me the number pad.
Oh boy.
1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 to 0. Give me what I want. Give me number pad or give me nothing.
You see, I will admit, like, I got my keyboard here. This is it's only like a single color blue LED keyboard, but it's wireless. So
I had one of those. I didn't care for it.
I was trying to look for an LED keyboard that was wireless, but those are hard to find. So, like, if that keyboard was wireless with all the RGB stuff, like, I would say maybe that would be worth the price. A little bit more expensive, but damn.
Fuck.
But hey, if you like it, like if
Hey,
you like having a Ferrari
man,
of keyboards, that's
man.
cool, man.
No, it's not the best keyboard ever. It does what I want it to do, so I fucking bought it. I had the money. There was a guy on Battle Stations I read today. He spent more on his headphones than he did for his entire rig combined.
Really?
One set of headphones, $1,500.
Wow.
Sennheiser HD 800s.
Hmm.
Jerry reviewed them. Jerry got them used for $1,100, and Zeus reviewed them. Some guy loaned them to him. So yeah, you can buy a fucking car for that.
What's that keyboard rated for? Like, don't they have like a keystroke rating or something?
Yeah, they're Cherry MX switches.
Bullshit. That's what's rated.
No.
What's the response times on it or whatever? Because I know they have that in the spec.
Hold on, I'll give you all the details here in a second. I gotta load up my orders. Oh wait, no, I didn't buy it on Amazon. Oh yeah, I did. I bought this on Amazon. Where the hell was it? Motherboard. Hold on.
Motherboard. No, we get fucking motherboard.
Remember that guy, that
There you
Ori
go.
guy used to have the motherboards.org.
Yeah, $153.99 is what it's going for.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. Oh my god.
Anti-ghosting, full key rollover, ultra fast 1.2 millimeter actuation. Macro and programming.
Macro and programming.
Well, anyway,
He's like,
yeah. Well, don't you think it's time to go? I'm sure that people find this fascinating, Ian.
Fucking keyboard.
Keyboard
Ladies and gentlemen, and you know what? You know what? Here's the thing. Okay.
keyboard.
This is the honest to goodness truth about a lot of these keyboards. Probably the only thing I'd really buy a keyboard for, as far as dishing out expensive amount, is for the cherry buttons.
Yeah.
The German cherry finish buttons.
Yeah,
But
these are cherry switches.
Right.
cherry and accent.
Cherry MX, the speed switches.
Speed, like Keanu Reeves speed. Doot, 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 doot.
Yeah.
Doot, 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 doot.
Yes. Well,
That's gonna be like the only requirement for most keyboards. I mean, I watch a lot of them online, and I'm just like, what in the fuck? Because you're just sitting there like, what is this shit? Oh my goodness. 45, 35, 85. Every single keyboard stroke has 35 different programmable colors. Guess what? You can run Galaxy on it if you want to. Like, how does that appeal to a gamer? Give me basic backlit keys, maybe a little bit of glow on the outside with the show through on the inside, with some function formality as well. That's what you need in a keyboard. It is so ridiculous to pay such a stupid amount of money for shit that doesn't improve the product.
how about Doug? We got to have an LED screen on each key.
What the fuck?
But
Well,
Anyway.
on behalf of Ian and Doug,
you got anything to plug real quick, Doug? Are we going to be looking forward to your GameStop rant video then?
Probably the GameStop rate might come out if I do. I'm thinking about it, but I'm also trying to actually bring something like to the table.
Right.
That might be coming on Sunday, possibly, maybe.
Okay.
Also, I just started a new account on bid.me. We're going to be doing some vlog style videos on that, and that will probably end up being soon. I might do a video for that tonight. So, of course, Aphrodite's Crush on vid.me.
Okay.
I'm actually thinking about also doing the 30-day challenge as far as like making a vlog every day for a month. But I'm probably not going to do that until March. Because I also want to bring in my Arnold coverage, which we're going again this year, baby. We're bringing the heat. So.
Oh yeah, Frank? Did you see that Fierce Pete met his personal challenge of doing the 700-pound deadlift?
Yeah, he's ridiculous.
Yeah. But well, that's cool. Are we going to be seeing a new podcast from you? Returning your podcast?
On that, because I want to make sure that I can do something weekly instead of just kind of BS like every couple of weeks.
Right.
If I'm going to bring back the podcast, I'm probably going to end up either, because like the way that the hangouts are set up now and kind of have to BS here and there. To be honest, I right now it's like 50-50. And I don't want to commit to it and then not be able to deliver on like a scheduled day because of how my workload goes. So right now it's won't be until I'm thinking at the earliest maybe July, and before I can get it back up and rolling. Mostly because I want to crank up my YouTube output to at least one video a week, and also do the bid.me, which at least one video a week. So scheduling out days for 2 different videos for 2 different platforms, not to mention maybe also knocking in a podcast a week. I don't know if I'll be able to swing it. So, I mean, it's up in the air right now. I'm also thinking about doing like machine in vids from the sub office with the computers that I'm building and the hardware that I'm working with. So I don't know right now.
Well,
I honestly know.
Hey, if you decide to do the podcast, like I said, I'll be your guest on there whenever you want. You know, like help you bounce ideas off. You know.
I might do a Fuck the Switch podcast. Yeah, that sounds special edition. Fuck this bullshit. And you know what? I want if I end. Oh, that'd be a fucking fantastic idea, especially if it fucking bonds. Oh my gosh. Like, it'll be a party. I'll have fucking streamers and fucking punch on the table.
Just call it Don't
flowers.
Switch.
I'll go out to the fucking toy store and buy some cheap fucking money and then just diss all the fucking time.
Make it rain.
This is the money that you're not getting, Nintendo. Yeah.
Making it rain.
Making it rain with the money that Nintendo isn't fucking getting.
Dude, you need to. Yeah, like if we could have you on here regularly, we give you your own rant. It's section.
You don't want me to grind my gears.
Guy's name is Doug.
Yeah, these fucking podcasts who do that shit in their fucking bedroom. I mean, it looks like a fucking dungeon down there. Fucking dude's named Frank. I'll tell you what. Fucking dude's named Frank. Fucking doing shit for their fucking bedroom, but their poor wife is probably sleeping in the bed behind him.
Or guys named Doug who do it while they're peeing.
Oh boy, you two just need to just kiss already.
We're holding out for you again.
Let's GTFO.
All right. On behalf of everybody, keep your stick on the ice.
Goodbye and
Good luck.
good night.
Shout out Soko.
Boobs.
Bullet Club. For life.